Amsterdam, kid. I'm fucking.
I'll be honest, I'm nervous. Amsterdam with the Machine and Feidelberg.
It is. I cried on the subway. I swear to God. You can still kind of see tears in my eyes. I started crying on the subway.
Dude.
Like, not, look, I'm not, look.
I'm not pussy. I'm not gay about it.
Look, it might have been the fucking lotion I put on my face before I got on. Somebody got my eye, but I was on the subway crying. I was tearing up.
Bro, I was driving, and I see Bert pop up on the screen. I was like, what could this be about? Because, Bert just leaves me on red forever and ever and ever. I was like, clock starts now is a great way to do it. Just clock starts now, capital letters.
It was also, people might think, and I
didn't see the, I didn't see his video, I just saw the text.
I didn't know
that he said Amsterdam, so I was like still waiting for like where we're going. I was waiting for Bert to be like, we're going to fucking like Antarctica or something crazy, Amsterdam, in hindsight, it was always going to be Amsterdam.
It is.
Bert Kreischer's not taking you somewhere else other than fucking Amsterdam.
I mean, I'm incredibly nervous. I'm incredibly excited. I actually had a plan to like start like the show a new way today to get us all excited, and we don't need that anymore.
No.
Nope. But it is. I thought there was going to be like movie magic behind it, where it's like we're all talking, figuring out schedules and shit like that.
No,
this is just. I just found out as I walked in the building that we're going to Amsterdam right now.
He said it's in your inbox. Like
it's not. That is movie magic.
Okay. That's weird. Fucking Amsterdam with like literally the partier of a generation.
I don't know. I'm genuinely speechless. I don't know how we're gonna do this podcast. I don't have anything to say. I'm fucking speechless. I can't. I'm sweating.
Well, it's so.
You know what? I'm sweating, but I can't take off this fucking thing because I put my whole outfit together as an ensemble, and this T-shirt's too tight, and I can't just wear a fucking. It doesn't fit me. I got a vintage Fall Out Boy T-shirt that doesn't fucking fit me, and I didn't expect to be so jacked up that I'd be sweating. So I'm going to Amsterdam with Bert Kreischer. I thought I'd be able to just do a show in a fucking wool overcoat, but I can't because I'm Fat Boy Johnny coming out. Medium Johnny's coming out.
Dude,
this T-shirt doesn't fit me at all.
It's fine. You look great. No, your fucking arms are jacked.
No, it doesn't fit me at all. It's too small.
Oh, you are fucking. These are the things that go through your brain. You are fucking unbelievable. The thing about this is we're playing in a league so far over our heads. Like the thing about this whole podcast, this thing that we're about to embark on. Thank you to Bert, is actually so. Indicative and like symbolic of the entire career. Really, we have been playing above our heads for so fucking long, like doing podcasts with
we're about
people.
To be exposed.
Hey, big time. like interviewing people and doing podcasts with people and events with people that are so far more talented and more famous than us, and they're used to these things, and we're just like, come to work, do a podcast, come back home, see your family. Like, we're jet setting to Amsterdam now for with the Machine.
Yeah.
Like, his movie's done. It's coming out next year. He's making more money than God. He's like the biggest thing in comedy. What's he doing with us?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm like nervous energy. I don't know. This podcast is gonna fucking suck. It sucks because guess what? Bert's driving a bunch of people to the podcast today, and it's like, oh, we're excited. Fuck.
I wouldn't. I mean, maybe that's why he's doing it. Because he knows that we're like this. You don't take people to Amsterdam where you're going to be like, oh, thanks, man. It's my third time this year.
Bro, this is my second impromptu trip to Europe this year.
That is true. That is true.
In the last
Maybe
3
I'm
months.
just speaking for myself, you asshole. Unbelievable.
I tell you what, last one didn't go great. Let's see how this one goes. No, it was very good. I was just very hungover for 2 months.
Yeah, that is, well, if a day trip to London for a soccer game did you in, what's a trip to fucking Amsterdam with the Machine gonna do?
Let's start talking real here. Fucking a hooker? Okay, we'll skip that one. All right. Next question. What drugs are off the table?
Well, what drugs are on the table in
All of
Amsterdam?
them.
Is it really though? Like you?
I just mean like they're on the table wherever.
Right,
But, like,
right.
this
You
is
can do
a
drugs
special
wherever.
trip.
Yeah.
What are the hospitals like in
All
Amsterdam?
of them.
Solid.
What are the prisons like in Amsterdam? That's what we've
Follow-up
got to worry
question.
about.
Good follow-up question.
What are the hospitals
Let's
and
get
prisons
Google
like?
folks. Prison system. What's their where they're ranking? Hospital system.
Yeah, like if
what's
we
that
get
like?
arrested in Amsterdam.
I almost got arrested in Amsterdam once.
Oh yeah.
But it was just like open containers, so it wasn't like anything cool.
Wait, see, but that's what I mean. Everyone's like, you can do whatever you want in Amsterdam. And then I'm gonna go there and do whatever I want, and something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah. No, you just don't carry open containers, which is stupid.
I'm gonna do that. That's the first law I'm gonna break in Amsterdam. I'm gonna
Open container.
Yeah. Were you like 12? I don't think that even.
Why
I
would
don't
I
even
be-
think that matters there, as far as I understand it. I gotta watch Euro Trip tonight. God, my fucking plate is full. Club Wandersex.
So, I mean, everything's on the table.
Everything is on the table. I'm gonna die. I think. I like honestly. I'm like.
This is like.
Let's put the odds. Well, just to be clear, if any drug gets offered, are we taking it?
I mean, you can't be the guy who goes to Amsterdam with Bert and says no.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take any drug. I'll do any drug.
Any drug.
Any drug. Anything I will do. I will die. I'm gonna die. The hospital's first search. Hospital's first Google.
Yeah, are the hospitals good? Here. Are hospitals good and are prisons bad? That's what you need to know about Amsterdam. Because that's what you got to worry about. Like, I remember thinking, like, what if Bert decides to take us somewhere really weird and exotic where they're like, we like to kidnap Americans?
Done.
You know? And now we're not going there, but we're going.
What?
Oh my god! It's just. I should have seen it coming. I should have seen Amsterdam
It
coming.
actually is so funny too.
I should have been preparing for Amsterdam
We're
this
canceling
whole
major
time.
interviews for this. We're
Major
canceling.
interviews.
We'll announce it. Who cares? Stephen A. Smith. We're
Dude,
supposed to interview tomorrow.
dude, Stephen
I'm
A.
so
Smith-
jacked up to do Stephen
Stephen A. Smith
That's
is
canceled.
like way at the top of my list for interviews. Like
Edelman
all-time
on
bucket
Wednesday,
list.
leading into the Super Bowl week. Edelman's. I'll do the Edelman interview real quick. Hey, Jules, you, Brady, and Gronk gonna run it back? Edelman in a Belichick accent. Yeah. That would have been that interview. So
Yeah.
I got that one done.
so-
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of mushrooms going on in Amsterdam.
So, health hospitals seem good.
Okay.
Some good, nice. Because I'll tell you what, I almost needed a hospital situation in Jamaica, and
That was not
one
good.
That one I wasn't excited
Yeah.
about. Now I'm going in.
Yeah, we're not
anxiety free.
We're not doing any third world. I'm happy about that.
Jail seemed nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Europe does it right, bro. Europe does it right. Europe's like fucking healthcare. That's free. Prisons, dude. That guy who fucking murdered everybody in Sweden, he has like a fucking guitar in his thing. What's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm happy.
I forget where. No, Norway. It was Norway. He murdered fucking everybody. He
Whippets are legal.
Okay.
All right, I'm looking.
All right, whippets it
I'm
is.
looking to fucking bump it up a little bit.
Um,
Nudity. I'll take my cock out.
Dude. Bert Kreischer in Amsterdam.
gay marriage legal.
We might come back married.
Already are, bro.
Dude, what if we finally just bite the bullet and get married?
Magic mushrooms are sold in smart shops, have been illegal since 2008, so no mushrooms.
Have been illegal.
Illegal,
Okay.
yes.
That
But
seems...
many ignore this.
But so isn't there like there's like the red light district or whatever? Where there's like a
I
section of
think
town where
everything's pretty much
anything
legal
goes,
there,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Prostitution obviously legal, but you just can't take pictures.
Can't take pictures.
That's hilarious, man. I thought for sure this was in the wind. I thought that this was like Bert, one of Bert's ideas. Not that he was like that he didn't want to do it, but he's got a million things going. He's always a huge ideas guy, and he tried to do it, and his schedule didn't work out, and he tried it again, and it fell apart, and then it would have just been like, yeah, we'll get to it. And the fact that he made good within a year is I thought
I can't believe that was a year. That was 9 months.
9 months ago.
He said 9 months. I thought it was like 3 months ago.
No, it was
in
a long
fact,
time ago.
I thought it was so recent that I was curious about why you didn't think it was going to happen. Like I didn't realize that the clock was running out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't even think it's running out. This could be something that Bert, like 5 years from now, dropped on us, you know? But
He said within a year.
did he? Was
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
rule?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just thought, like, hey, Bert's career is so ridiculous that even the difference from He was huge 9 months ago. Even the last 9 months is probably that much crazier. Where it's like, oh man, guys, when I said that at the time, I was like, it was a whole different scene. I can't. I got him too busy now. But
I have a major motion picture starring fucking Mark Hamill.
I think it's coming out July 4th weekend. It's either like Memorial Day weekend or July 4th weekend. It's like a big summer blockbuster release. But the boy did it.
Okay, the boy did it. Now let's.
Yeah, I think that's Memorial Day weekend.
You had do's and don'ts.
I have the do's and don'ts.
Do not take pictures. Got it. Do not drink alcohol on the streets. It's prohibited, Jackie.
Do not litter. That makes sense. Like, don't piss or drink in our streets. We'll let you do it anywhere else.
Do not litter. I get that. That makes sense. I think litterers are just as bad as murderers and rapists.
Do not tap on the windows, bro. If you are tapping on the windows, you deserve to be fucking beat up and thrown in jail.
Bro, I can see myself having a couple.
Do not stand.
It's like people get mad at the window bangers at hockey games.
Yeah.
You put me in front of you put me on the glass of the hockey and give me 3 beers.
I'm a bang on the window.
Getting hit.
It seems like the windows are a big deal, huh? Do not stand in front of the windows too long. Okay. So the windows are to be very, very respected. Okay.
So and the dudes would just go to a coffee shop. And behave. The do's and don'ts seem pretty much like do's and don'ts of just anywhere in the world.
Just life.
The coffee shops are the weed places.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get so goddamn high.
We're gonna get so high.
What was the other thing I wanted to find out?
I'm gonna be.
Nick, can you go see if Francis is here? I feel like Francis has probably been to Amsterdam.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Where did you think it was gonna be? Did you ever have it?
I had no idea. Again, Amsterdam at the end of the day probably should have been obvious. Amsterdam never crossed my mind.
Yeah,
I would have guessed I don't know. I would have guessed somewhere and this is probably only because you put it in my head. I bet we're going to the African safari.
Well, he was very we're not gonna do anything cliche,
Yeah.
And I don't know what that means, what it doesn't mean. It can mean totally different things to people. So I went to something like Bert's gonna be like, I'm gonna take these guys somewhere they never even heard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden we're in Africa and
you
a tribe.
said that to me, and I just started trying to think of places I never heard of. I was like, fuck.
Well, you can't think of places you never heard of. You never heard of them. I was waiting. I was like, we're gonna be getting attacked by those giant spiders in Australia or something like that.
I knew it's gonna be a quick trip, so I knew 24-hour flights are probably.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How far is Amsterdam? 12 hours?
No,
8 hours? I don't know.
I think all of Europe is 6 to 8.
I have no idea where Amsterdam is on a map. Do you?
No, dude.
I couldn't even tell you where. It's it's one of those. So Amsterdam is in Denmark, which is the Dutch, or is it Holland and the Netherlands?
Netherlands.
It's the Netherlands?
Yeah.
But the Netherlands is
right.
a bunch of things. I think the Netherlands is Denmark.
It's some UK shit.
Yeah, it's
where
all
I
gets
don't
lumped
fucking
in
know,
together.
Man, pick one.
Yeah, just come on, guys. Make it easy for us.
7-hour flight?
7 hours.
8-hour flight? That's fucking light work, bro.
Whatever, baby. Let's rock. I mean, you got to understand. So you, like you said, this is going to be your second impromptu European trip in the last few months. My nickname is Kevin Couch Clancy.
Yeah. When was the last time you left the country? Your honeymoon?
Yeah, probably. I don't leave the country, dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
If it's not for work, I don't get on a plane.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this journey with you then.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like taking my kid on vacation. This is the world, sweetheart. Look how much different stuff there is to see.
I've only...
No, they don't have Entenmann's here.
Yeah, right. Can I get a burger, please? I mean, I just... I had a moment a couple years ago, and it was kind of fugazi because social media is fake. But I was I can't remember who, but it was I
remember this. You watched fucking people on wakeboards.
It was somebody who I knew though. It wasn't an influencer, just a regular person I know. And their Instagram was unbelievable. And they were fucking wakeboarding in the waters of fucking the French Riviera. I don't know, whatever. And I was just I grew up with that guy, and we did the same things, and now he's just living his life that way, and I'm just living my life this way. Because of choice. Not because I don't have the money, not because I don't have the means or the ability. He was just fuck it, I'm going to go do this. And I was I'm just going to do the regular shit.
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just don't do shit like this. And it takes something of this magnitude. So I'll forever be thankful because it's somebody.
Kevin Clancy I'm sorry. Bert Kreischer might have forever altered Kevin.
Yeah.
You might this is awesome. I want to come.
No, it's not that I don't think I know it's awesome.
Yeah, but like
It's
when,
like,
you,
I
when you
know-
finally do it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you
there's
just get up and do it.
There's
It's
one
like,
thing between knowing it's awesome and one thing being like, I
did
experienced it.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
Yeah, and it's like
I bought the most European pair of pants the other day too. Oh, let me tell you what. I'm gonna fuck. I was gonna.
Is it tighter than your shirt?
They're belly bottoms, baby. Bell
bottoms?
Bell bottoms, baby.
You're gonna be rocking bell
I
bottoms
bought a
in
pair of
Amsterdam.
polyester bell bottoms, and I'm wearing them tomorrow on the plane or today on the plane. Whenever the fuck we get on the plane, I'm wearing polyester on the plane. Might be a little much.
Donnie!
Stop, baby. Look at Dominican cut.
Yeah, you're looking tight, dude. High and tight. Give us the 90-second like scoop on Amsterdam.
So I just had a 24-hour layover there.
Oh, perfect.
Dope.
Yeah, it was awesome. Go easy on the magic truffles, or
Okay.
at least if you take magic truffles, don't then get on one of those hop on, hop off canal cruises, because that's what I did.
Oh, God.
It was just like packed with 70-year-olds while I was tripping balls, and some dude just on the mic like, and over here.
Oh
is
my God,
the
that sounds
historical.
Donnie, you're not helping me here, man.
Here's the Anne Frank house. And
Oh,
it was,
Jesus.
Was Anne Frank in Amsterdam?
yeah, I guess the
Bro,
Anne
you
Frank
were
house was
tripping
there.
looking at the Anne Frank house?
Oh, man.
I literally cannot think
That's
of...
like Bieber signing that. I wish he was a believer.
Dude, I cannot think of anything worse than thinking about Anne Frank while high.
Yeah, that was a bad move, but it's a beautiful city.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah.
Is it like as crazy as it seems, or is it like you get there and it's like, yeah, we just have, it's like a little bit lax on some of the rules, but it's like a regular place?
Yeah, like a lot of the coffee houses. I mean, I was there back before like weed was fully legalized here. So it was cool. You go into the coffee house and they'll have a menu of 20 different types of joints that you can get.
Bro, I can't even handle American weed.
Yeah.
Like one hit of
Yeah.
American weed and I am zooming.
And they had like flavored joints. I remember I got a cheese flavored joint.
That
it was
sounds
like
disgusting. I'll be honest, that sounds
Gouda
awful.
flavored.
Oh,
A beautiful place to walk around. Tons of people on bikes.
what's the weather? What's the
no.
weather situation?
I mean,
like right now, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll
we're
be
like on the
chilly there.
same like latitude, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty similar. I was there in the middle of the summer. The wild thing, their red light district is very wild. That was shocking because it's only about 1 block away from where people are walking with their families.
Yeah, and then it
you
just like flips a switch.
It flips a switch, and they just have all these women in these storefronts, almost. So you can go window shopping for hookers.
We just saw that. Don't knock on the window.
They're very big on don't touch the window and don't stare too long.
Yeah. But if you want to do like a walk down, that's fine. Yeah, because
You fucking hookers?
the front.
I don't know, dude. I'm going to Europe. I want to fucking see what this thing's like.
I did not indulge, but if you were going to indulge, I feel like Amsterdam
That's the
would
place.
be the spot. Apparently, all the hookers have to have like mandatory STD checks.
Ironically, hookers and porn stars and shit are the cleanest girls you'll fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
What about me? Do I need to check?
They check me first.
Yeah.
That's like
I'm sure
COVID.
they
Like, I don't know. I was at a
do.
bar yesterday.
I'm sure they
Might
do.
make you wear a condom.
I'm sure they do.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about condoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about condoms.
Bro, you forgot about the existence of condoms.
I thought for sure I was going to have to do blood work before I fucked them. Condoms are a
God.
thing. God damn,
Bro.
But yeah, the front of all these places is just a glass window, and the hooker's just hanging out there. And if you see one you like, you just walk up to the window, and then you're like, all right, let's do this.
Is it expensive?
I'm sure they vary in prices.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure they do, but
I mean, I was there probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I heard like 50 euros could get you one nut. 50 euros a nut is not expensive.
that's not. I thought it was
No, it's-
like way more than
we
that.
should do
I'm
rock,
sure the
paper,
prices have
scissors.
gone up.
Whoever wins has to fuck
Fuck
the
a hooker?
cheapest. Whoever loses has to fuck the most expensive.
Oh my god! I don't know if I want to win or lose.
The most expensive could be like over 10.
Yeah.
over
But
10.
the other person has to pay for it.
Oh! It's the scariest rock paper scissors of my life.
Yeah. You want fucking intense.
Holy
That's
shit!
a rush right there.
So you guys are flying there soon?
Like 24 hours. He said
24 hours.
The game was you get a text and within 24 hours you're on a plane.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have a blast.
You guys should go to a sex show too. He'll probably have
yes.
That's a good in
They do
between
have
if you don't
those.
want to fuck a hooker.
Yeah.
You can watch other people fuck.
Yeah. It's like watching,
That's right up our
watching
alley.
Scouts.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, that Derek Jeter's got a good body on him.
he's gonna be big in the show. All right.
I think I went to a peep show there where it was like a coin machine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Old
fuck
school
that.
like Times Square shit.
Yeah, and you put in some coins,
Like
and
the
then
slot opens
the
up.
window opens, and you
Yeah.
just like watch
That is
a lady fingering
some
herself.
horny shit. When you're like, I need more quarters. That is
Yeah.
something.
I'd like to do it like an old woman playing the slots. Where I got like a fucking cigarette.
bucket,
I
you're
got
just
my
putting them
oxygen
in.
on me, and I'm just like fucking keep going.
What's the food like?
The food was good.
What is like Amsterdamese food?
I think they like croquettes, maybe. Even though
I
that's
was
like
gonna
a
say,
French word.
but it's some version of an empanada.
Everything is some version of an empanada, right?
That's very true. I couldn't name like a single meal I had there, but
Just drugs.
The food
you
is
just eat
good.
drugs.
What does it say
Bitterballen.
here?
Strooper
Yeah.
waffle. I mean, if you told me that
Bitterballen
Strooper
are-
waffle
are-
is
those
like
are good.
that's a joke. Strooper waffle.
Stroop waffles?
yeah,
That's a joke.
bitterballen are great. Those are the croquette things that I was thinking of. Those are
Raw herring. Oh my god, it's gonna be like an episode of Lowering the Bar. Dude, Amsterdam with the machine.
Amsterdam. Let's
I
go.
mean, Bert Kreischer's
we
like,
do need to know what time our flight is.
yeah,
We're just
yeah,
in
we,
here dilly
we gotta find
Do
out.
we have to go to the airport soon?
he's paying for the flights.
Oh yeah.
What a guy!
I mean,
What a guy.
dude, he's an absolute legend. I mean, we will. Here it is. Travel reservation. Tuesday at 7:45 p.m. tomorrow night. So we can do
Oh, we
Stephen
can
A.
Stephen A.
Yes. Wait, Tuesdays? Yeah, Tuesday.
We
Yes.
tell them not to cancel it then.
I was writing the email right now.
Okay, all right.
Thank God. Tuesday 7:45. Arrive Wednesday 9 a.m.
What time do we leave?
Sleep on that flight.
Yeah.
For sure.
Departure Friday 12 p.m.
Yeah, so it is. So we cancel Edelman and Quinn.
Yes. I like it though. I know. I think there's something to the in and outness of it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like otherwise, you know, it's all of it's awesome. But like if you just went on a vacation for like a week to Amsterdam, it's like people have done that. I'm gonna like be back by the weekend and like that's crazy.
Does he have a
That's
show there
fucking
too? I
crazy.
assume. Or-
Oh yeah, it's a good point. I would guess so.
I don't know what he's. You know, he's either doing his tour or he's doing movie show. You know, he's always
No,
doing something.
he's on tour
Do
for
it.
sure. I would guess he has a show this
Fuck
week.
yes.
That'd be sick.
dude.
well, good luck, guys.
No, I like that's the thing is this is not like a have fun trip. This is a good luck trip. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. When my friends are like, we got to do like a bachelor party, like we're gonna go away for the weekend to like
This is some old
Jersey.
school
I'm like, oh
kidnapping.
fuck, yeah. I'm getting kidnapped for the week.
Throw a burlap sack over their head.
Yep.
Oh man.
And that-
Fucking
yeah,
yeah.
and that's like a fun spot. It's not like, hey, we're gonna send you to some random spot in the world. You can't know where it is, and then you end up in like.
That's what we
Did
thought
your
was
booty
happening. We
Africa.
thought it was like Africa. We thought it
Okay,
was like
yeah.
a safari or some shit like that.
Bro, shout out to Direct Flights too, my man Bert. That's what's up.
All right, I gotta piss.
All right. Thank you,
All right,
John.
word.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. The Fitbod app creates a workout routine that is personalized to your goals, fitness level, and available equipment. It learns from your previous workouts and adapts as you improve. Whether you've been missing gym time or you've hit a plateau, a fresh start has never been easier. Can I tell you something? I think the one thing that will finally get me to exercise a little bit is my son.
Yeah?
Keegan is a exercise freak.
Really?
He he talks about lifting and sprinting and trying to get big and getting faster.
Yeah.
Like, the other day
That babe keeps.
the other day we were doing high five push-ups. We were high five in the middle.
Really?
I was like, dude, I need to start working out because my 5-year-old son is gonna like body me in the gym. So I'm gonna have to start out from fresh, from not hit a plateau. Not that I've been missing gym
kids rather
time.
learn from the sins of the father. I see
Don't
how
be
slow
like me,
dad
kid.
moves. I'm gonna start kicking my ass in gear now.
I'm gonna need a Fitbod. So whether you work out in the weight room or your bedroom, whether you're working out with adults or it's your 5-year-old son who's pushing you, Fitbod has a plan for you. Learn new movements the right way with over 1,400 HD demonstration videos. A full year of Fitbod is less than the cost of a single session with a personal trainer. That's nuts. That's all you need to say right here. You get a full year of this instead of 1 year with a charlatan personal trainer. So join Fitbod today and build a routine that lasts all year. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app for free at fitbod.me/KFC. That's FITBOD.me/KFC.
All right. So now we have to tell our families. I'm gonna call my mom. I actually had something different I wanted to talk to my mom about today. And I'll just leave with this, and then I'll ask her a different question.
Okay. My mom is gonna absolutely hate this. She thinks that I'm gonna die like every time I do anything out of the ordinary. That's why I'm Kevin Couch Clancy.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
No, I'm going to Amsterdam tomorrow.
Wow, fantastic. No pot, please.
No pot.
No
Okay.
pot, yeah.
Sure. I had said that was the main thing I've been saying on the show was that I'm not going to do pot.
I'm not even listening to the show, and I know these things.
Okay, I got to run. We got to do the show. But I will catch you later.
Bye-bye. Hello.
What's up, Ma?
Hey, babe.
You are on the podcast right now.
I am.
Yes. Remember last year when that comedian told us that he was going to surprise us with a trip overseas?
Oh, God.
The day has come.
Oh, that's terrible news. Why do you tell me these things?
What do you want me to? Do you want me to try to hide it from you instead?
Your mother or something like that. You would be gone for a week, and I wouldn't even know it.
You would have murdered me if I didn't tell you this.
Well, this is very unfair because now I have Con Ed standing here telling me that my basement is illegal. I'm having a heart attack, and now I'm really having a heart attack.
Why? You don't have to worry about me. You got to worry about your basement. That's a good thing. Focus on the basement.
Yeah, okay. I might be calling for money later. They tell you they do this stuff for free, but that never happens.
You got it, Ma. Whatever you need.
Okay.
All right.
Get ready, because this guy is going to come and go, and he can't fit in this crawl space. He's a big guy. He can see how he's going to get in it. I said to him, you can't fit here. That's even worse. Then they're going to, here he comes. Okay.
All right. Good luck, Ma.
When and where and how this is going to happen.
I'm leaving tomorrow night, and I'll be back on Friday.
It opens from over there. It's probably just...
You go ahead, Ma. I'll call you later, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
That was worth it.
She is going to be more mad about that phone call than be going now. She's going to be like, I was freaking out the whole day now. I probably could have pulled it off without her knowing, which is crazy that my parents are so
you can
unplugged.
disappear for 3 days without anyone knowing.
Not these days is
Yeah,
hard,
I
man.
guess.
Like just somebody, she they're pretty unplugged, but like she has friends who have kids who follow me and and we have some family members who are like on social media. So inevitably she probably would have got a text being like, "Oh, so Kevin's in Amsterdam," and then she would have been like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then it would have really been. It's crazy that I'm almost 40 and I'm afraid of my mom still. It's wild, but I am absolutely. The first thing I got the text, I go, "My mom's gonna be so mad." How about that reaction? Oh, that is terrible news. And you wonder why I just spend my life on the couch, right?
And then I was wondering what was happening where she's like, he's not going to fit. I was like, what's she talking about?
And that's just when you realize when your parents start getting old and it's like, we're doing a thing here. Stop talking about the man in the crawl space. We're not there, Mom. Nobody knows what even Con Ed is, you idiot.
that was unbelievable.
Dude,
that was fantastic.
She is. It's so funny. Do you guys know who Daryl Brooks is?
No.
He is the guy who like drove his truck into like a crowd of people as like an act of domestic terrorism, and then
I knew a guy in France who did that.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I think it is him.
Okay.
And he has represented himself in his trial. And my mom, I think the trial's over now.
It happened a long time ago.
So maybe I don't. But all she does is watch content about Daryl Brooks, and all she talks about is Daryl Brooks. It's insane. Any topic that comes up, she goes like, "Oh, that's like when Daryl Brooks said." I'm like, we've been talking about this one guy for 6 months, and you realize like, because like your grandparents do wacky things, right? But when your parents start to get into that territory where it's like, oh, you repeated that entire story to me just last night, you know what I mean? And now we're still talking about it again, and we just sit there going, It's like motherfuckers are getting old, dude. She just texted, does this person have a mother? Probably not. This person is like
Probably because of a broken home.
Okay, watch. This person.
European vacations are classic broken home
This
behavior.
person is a few years younger than you. She absolutely thinks that it's like some 25-year-old.
yeah.
Like, no, it's a 50-year-old man, Mom. That's hilarious. What a fucking world, man. So, yeah, I mean, we can talk about other stuff, but obviously this is it.
I mean, let's just go home and fucking pack. I mean, what else It is weird that we have other stuff to talk about. We don't really have other stuff to talk about.
M&Ms.
We never have
M&Ms are gay or some shit. I don't even know.
That's Super Bowl ad.
But you know what?
I fell for that trap too.
But people keep saying that, but like, it's a thing.
There was
like
a thing.
there is a thing that's happening, and they're leaning into it.
I hope to God it's.
But like,
smart
it's not
marketing.
They didn't,
people were upset about it. Yeah,
right.
People,
If that was a Super Bowl ad, that would be incredible.
No.
If like a year ago they brought this shit up and like we're gonna. But when people are like, "You got God," it's like, no. There are people who are actually upset about the genders of M&Ms.
Yeah.
Spokescandies.
That's
a real fucking thing in the real world, and that it's a big enough thing for them to make it into a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
Them being like, we got to spend like $10 million for 30 seconds. Let's talk about this, and it's gonna be the number one thing.
It was when I first read it. I was still in bed, and I was like, it's like we learned like everything matters, even Candy's shoes or whatever the exact.
I mean,
quote was.
people were like, I can't believe she's wearing high heels or whatever the fuck it was.
And I was like, okay. The guy who wrote this must everyone has a job where you got to eat shit, but like, no one in history has ever wanted to say as much like, if you had any opinion on this whatsoever,
you fucking
die,
losers.
Don't shut up, die.
Yeah, just straight up
die.
be dead.
Fucking die.
But there really was, right? What was the? So they had.
I honestly don't know.
Because there always was a girl.
I know there was controversy. I think it was an all-girl bag.
Can you figure out what the controversy is, Pats? Yep. Because there always was a man and a woman, like because the red one was horny for the green one.
Everyone was like, I want to fuck the green M&M.
Yeah,
for sure.
and the red one was like
it's the only reason peanut M&Ms even
towards
sell,
them.
dude. Peanut M&Ms aren't a top 4 M&M. It's just like we want to fuck the green one.
No, wait, no, the green one's not peanut.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
The green one is tiny and just hot.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, they took her out of
one.
high heels. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking insane. And people
I'll
were
say
upset.
this: I don't think I ever once even knew she was in high heels.
And now Maya
Looking at her
Rudolph has
tits.
to come in and clean up this mess. Maya Rudolph is the new fucking spokesperson, and she's got to deal with like all these weirdos. I'd be like, for $1 billion, M&Ms. How about that? You pay me $1 billion, and I'll step into this shit
busy
store.
doing the fucking Hormone Monsters voice. What do you need?
Yeah, leave me the fuck alone. I got to deal with your weirdos complaining about candies wearing sneakers. This world sucks, dude. Yeah, Tucker Carlson, I think, like, was just like, jerking off. They're wearing sneakers now.
Is femininity illegal?
We need to restore the family unit. M&Ms are wearing sneakers.
Jackson's
Fucking
like, I don't even
man.
fucking wear white sneakers.
That's what they should have done.
At one point, I had sneakers. Now they're just fucking ratty things attached
The
to my
M&M
feet.
should have had dirty Air Force Ones. That would have represented
Welcome.
today's female generation.
I saw like a meme once. I never screenshot it and then find it to send it to you. But
Oh, real quick, let me just interrupt. My mom has been pushing me to create and sign a will.
Oh, yeah.
For like a long time now, and I just keep not doing it. One, because I am lazy and don't do. I'm like depressed and I don't do things on the checklist. Two, I don't really want to like make a will. It seems like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Or
I
whatever.
actually really want to make it will, but I also just keep pushing things as well.
She's like, you better sign that will. Like,
What if you don't and you die?
then she would have the ultimate I told you so. Then she would have a big time
That'd be so
I told
funny.
you so on her hands.
That'd be so funny.
Dude, if this plane crashes, we'll see how strong the mush is. Yeah. Because something going horrendously wrong would be the situation for sure. Yeah. So, like, the M&Ms. The M&Ms thing is funny because like it's not a thing, but it's a thing. It's fucking crazy. It's like you can say like this is not a thing, like nobody's really talking about this, but people are fucking talking about this. The green M&Ms got her boots back, but now is a lesbian, and also there's a plus size and obese purple. So now we're gonna cover all that. I mean, it's just it's like you're. God, we're a fucking joke, man. Let's go to Amsterdam, man. Let's just get out of the country, bro. I don't want to live here anymore. Let's get out of here.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
So here's a question: when will we come back with an accent like Hilaria Baldwin?
Yeah, when I studied abroad, like what?
Yeah. Hilaria Baldwin. She's back using her Spanish accent. You know about this?
I know about it. Yeah.
So she stepped out in public the other day and did like an appearance for the paparazzi because the Alex getting charged and they're following her everywhere. She's holding her baby and she's like, "I'm going to talk. You are going to listen." Like da 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 da.
Boston, right?
She's from fucking Boston.
I love
dude.
an accent. Dude.
Listen to this, man. It is unbelievable.
I want you guys to realize that we have 7 kids. And you being here to escort them to school and to
Wait till she says mommy.
home is not good. So on a human level, you guys know I'm not going to say anything to you. You know that. So please, leave my family in peace.
In peace?
Let this all play out. Okay? So let my kids come home and you stay away from them. Because they asked me, Mommy,
Mommy.
what is like,
I actually, this is my first time ever seeing it. This isn't as bad as I in my head I had played it up to like a million levels.
For a girl who her parents are white, she lives in Boston. Like what?
The mommy was the only thing that really gave me pause. It is like
if Jackie started talking like that, you wouldn't think that was weird. You'd think that's
like,
okay.
It's I guess like, it's one of those things like when you see the monster, it's not as bad as what it was in your head.
Oh
like,
man,
I thought it was.
Bro,
like,
she goes like this all the time. She goes, how do you say in English cucumbers?
No, she doesn't.
Yes.
Well,
She
that's
was
a different. That's
she
a
was
horse of a
doing. She
different
was
color.
doing.
She says, "How do you say in English?" When she's born in Boston, that's a
She
different
was
thing.
doing a cooking thing. She goes, how do you say in English? Cucumber. What's the word you have in English for this? And then there are clips of her where she's just like totally normal. Let me play you the clip I have on my phone. Like she just slides in and out of it, and it's like she says she has Spanish.
tomatoes. We have, what is it? Cucumbers.
All right, yeah, that's insane.
And then watch this. Where's the one? This one.
Cucumbers. It's not easy, and I think part of it is that I'm in shape before I have it.
That's her.
That's her.
That doesn't even look like her. It don't sound like her.
And I'm not trying to stay thin. I'm just trying to keep my circulation going and stretching and keep my
Yeah, that's crazy.
So sometimes she just is like, I'm going to be Spanish. I mean, her name is like Hillary, like whatever. Her maiden name is. It's like a very white name, and now she's Hilaria Baldwin. Hillary Thomas. She's Hillary Thomas from Boston, Massachusetts, and she has a couple. Like family members over in Spain. It's nuts, man. But also, it's like snake it till you make it. She became a exotic yoga instructor on Instagram because she's from Spain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she would just be some dumb bitch from Boston. You know what I mean? So snake it till you make it. But you gotta like commit to your bit. You can't be like sometimes I'm English and sometimes I'm Spanish.
That is the
I love it, though. I can't get
cucumber
enough.
thing put me over the edge for real.
This is also a week after Alec Baldwin was pleading with all of Instagram for everybody to follow her so she could get 1 million followers. And it was like tight shot on his face, and he was like, "Please, America, please follow her. She's so close to 1 million." It was like adopting a puppy's thing.
What?
Like
you know what
like,
you
what are we
fucking
doing,
do,
man?
And it is actually like it's one of the most respectable jobs of all time that you do.
Oh God, I don't know about that.
It's for 1 minute, man, because you watch things like. I would be incapable of watching that.
It's the cringe factor is through the fucking
I can't
roof.
watch
Yeah.
that. Like, even like this kind of stuff because like I know I'm gonna cringe at that. Like, that's my first time ever seeing her watch it, seeing her speak like that. Because like I'm just like, it's gonna make me uncomfortable. I'm just gonna scroll past this.
Yeah, no, I said
you're like a guy like a fucking SVU detective. Like I'll look at
I've seen it all.
I'll look at the raped baby. Someone's gotta catch the guy.
I said about Joe Biden. Watching Joe Biden sing Happy Birthday and not knowing the name, I was like, I'm gonna die.
Bro.
I'm gonna die. I can't believe he didn't die.
I have no proof in my mind that Joe Biden's president because I can't see any of it. It makes me too uncomfortable.
Falling off the bike.
Dude, that's
singing
my
Happy
only proof
Birthday.
that Joe Biden's president
Is
is
you fall
the
off-
Secret Service that was next to him when he fell off the bike. That's all I've seen. I haven't seen him speak. I don't like seeing old men die. Like
Yeah, we're just watching
he's-
an old man die.
Like slowly. Like, I remember what my grandfather's car smelled like before he died.
Oh,
it smelled like
death.
dead body.
Smelled like death.
Like dead body. I don't need to watch it play
That
out
body,
on television.
his body's for sure decomposing from the inside
Yeah,
out.
Dude, I told my grandfather, I was like, dude, your car's
You're
like
dying.
a dead body, bro.
Grandpa, is there a dead body in your car? Yeah, mine.
It's me. I'm
It's
96,
the driver.
dude.
It's the
Like,
guy
I
driving
started
you.
dying 20 years ago.
What did he die from? Being 96. Being alive too long, man.
It is. I can't. It is, bro. It's one of those things. We talked about it with like Matt Lauer, where it's like, if you got $42 million a year, would you wake up at 3 a.m. every day, or would you wake up at 2 a.m. and be at work at 4 a.m.? It's like, if you made $40 million a year, would you watch the most uncomfortable videos on the internet? Like,
No,
I don't know, man. Like,
There's a lot of them out there, bro. I will carry
I'd
that.
rather
I'll
watch
bear
fucking.
that.
I'd rather go back to the old days of the E-bombs and the fucking.
Like watch Faces of Death.
Like what was it? Live Link and stuff.
Yeah.
Live League. I could watch that easier than I can watch fucking Hilaria Baldwin speak.
Bro, if you're Hillary Thomas and all of a sudden you start telling people to call you Hilaria, come on, man. But like, it would be cool if she was like behind the scenes, like, yo, let's make this bread. Like, let's pretend, you know?
Yeah.
But if she actually thinks it, I mean, you're bordering on like, you have like a disorder. If you do that and you think people are like not catching on, you know, like, yeah, nobody gets this.
Dude,
you
her
know?
name's not just Hillary; it's like Hillary Lynn.
Yeah, I mean, it's like white girl shit.
Dude, it's actually funny. Like I was thinking about the demographics of America recently, as you do,
As one does.
and it's because I was up skiing, and have I said this on the show? Or have I said this to you? Maybe
What?
that like I was skiing, and at mountain resorts up in Vermont and everywhere across the country, they have like all resorts have like trade systems with other resorts where it's like, oh, when you're off season, we're in season, so your workers can come work here, that kind of shit. And I was at Killington a couple weeks ago, and they had a lot of Bahamian lift instructors, like lift attendants. Like they're not teaching you to ski, they're just standing at the lift to make sure they hit the stop button if someone falls. And a lot of Bahamian, Peruvian, Argentinian, that stuff makes more sense because it's their summer now, and those are like good resort, like good mountains there, so it makes a lot more sense for Peruvians and Argentinians. But I had never really seen that many Bahamians on the mountain, and so they're spending, let's call it 5 months in Vermont, and they must go home and watch sports or entertainment and be like, I don't know where they got all these black people from. Like, you spend 5 months on a mountainside in Vermont. You go home and like, dude, I don't know where Denzel came from.
Yeah.
Like, he is. Denzel's an import or something. Like, it doesn't make sense. You could spend 5 months. There's Asian people. You see a lot of Asian people skiing, but like you don't.
You're telling me you won't see like one black person?
Dude, not unless it's the fucking guy from the Bahamas at the lift attendant stuff. Like, of course, like, I'm not to say I've never seen one.
But it's
on a
that
regular
rare.
ski day,
It's
no, I've
that
not seen
rare.
a black person.
Are there Jewish people there?
I don't get into this. They don't make them wear stars, so it's hard to see.
They're not tattooed anymore.
What the fuck does that mean, dude? You set me up for that. Like my first question every time I get into the gondola: what god do you pray to?
Set me up. That's fucking hilarious. That's great, bro. Bro, we're going to Amsterdam.
Going to fucking Amsterdam,
We're going to
baby.
Amsterdam tomorrow night flight, overnight. So it's 7:45.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, so
That's the way to
we'll
do
leave at 7:45. We'll wake up at 9 a.m.
I'm gonna start slugging waters.
Yo, do you think that we're gonna go?
Give me some fucking. I almost said ivermectin, but the other one.
What?
What's the other one?
Ivermectin? What?
Yeah, but no, the one that I would be drinking right now, pouring into water.
IV, liquid IV?
Liquid IV, sure.
Very different. To our sponsors,
Don't worry.
Liquid IV, very different than
Don't worry,
ivermectin.
dude. They both take care of anything you need. You got COVID? You got a hangover? Pick one.
Do you think we'll land at 9 a.m. Do you think that we like by like 10 a.m. we're doing some crazy shit? Do you think that they're gonna like bum rush us?
Yes, I do think that.
I wonder if they like what, because if they're there already.
Yeah,
Probably,
they've been there for a while.
That's what I'm saying. They've been there, so they're kind of in their routine almost. They might be like, no. We go to the gym because I know that like Bert like lives his life pretty. It's not like it's a party, but it's also like
routine.
Yeah.
Get the day done.
So I wonder if it's.
I remember
gonna
when
be
we did him on a Saturday, and we offered him like a beer because it was like
he
Saturday.
parties, but
and he's like no, day's not done. Well,
Right. And
that's
then-
the reward at the end of the day. But we get the day done.
He loves his treats. Yeah. So I wonder if it'll be like, but for this, if it's like pick you up at the airport and like we're fucking,
It'll be a real great joke if he wasn't there.
I said you guys would go to Amsterdam. I didn't say shit about me. I'm Bert Kreischer, you losers.
I'm busy and famous.
Yeah,
you fucking
I'm a
asshole.
millionaire, you losers. Get out of here, man.
God.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think we should do something nice for them.
Well, I would imagine.
Like, so what do we do? Do we like pay for something there, or bring something, or you know what I mean?
They're
Like, what's-
American, so I think we probably just pay for something there. Be like, we're gonna bring in blue jeans.
We brought this. This is from our people here. It's intimate.
Oh, just so you know, America still exists.
Yeah, I mean, what can you and I do for Bert Kreischer?
Yeah.
That he would even be like, thanks, man.
I'll
You
get
know?
a machine tattoo over there.
Ooh, he would really appreciate that.
I'll do that. I don't give a fuck.
Maybe that's what we do.
Bro, my body's become a fucking.
Oh,
piece
your
of
body
shit
is a
long
fucking.
ago.
Your body is a billboard that is not for sale.
If Bert wants me to get a machine tattoo,
No, that's what we should do. We should do some monster ass promo for his movie, and that would be like getting
I'll
a
get
Bert
machine
tattoo.
I don't
Get,
know if
like,
I want to get a cool one and have it visible, or a goofy one and have it on my ass or something like that.
Right.
But
What
I'll
about just
figure
like
that
Bert's
out.
face on your ass?
Yeah.
Just a big old machine.
I don't know if
face.
I'm into that one. I think the machine.
I mean, he's the machine, bro. What are you talking about?
I know. I'll figure it out. If Bert wants
what
that,
if it's just a
if
picture
he's
of
like,
him
no, dude, that's weird. That's fine too.
At his biggest,
Which-
where he's like, when he has like his big belly, and he always kind of stands with his arms like at his hips, and he just performs like that, and with a hat on.
I might get that.
Yeah.
I might get that. I'll get a.
We got it. Yeah.
I will let Bert make the decision. If he wants me to get a fucking machine tattoo, I will get it. Like if he's like, dude, that's so.
You
cringy,
guys
I'd be like, all right,
really
that's fair, too.
are like kindred spirits. I'm
I-
going on this trip with like you guys.
With-
like this is it's a Bert thing, but this is also like I'm going with Feidel. Like do not discount the number 2 man on this trip, Feidelberg. You know what I mean? Like you guys are overlooking.
Yeah.
Like it's like
It's a ghost of Chris's past future situation with me and Bert.
Yes.
We're both like, so he's like, that's what it was like. And I'm like, that's what
that's
it's
what
going
it's
to
gonna be like.
Solid.
Yeah. No, but it's also like it's like LeBron and Wade. You know what I mean? It's like don't forget.
Yeah.
You know, like Shaq was a monster. Don't forget Kobe. You know, there's another player here, and I'm like fucking, like Tyronn Lue or some shit. It's like,
The coach?
well, he used to play with them.
I'm
back
sorry,
then.
he's just gonna get stepped
I'm
over.
I hope I'm like Robert Horry. I hit a big 3 at one point. So I don't even know what I could do, and not that they would even, I don't think even really care. But it's like you gotta be thankful somehow. But I don't even know what I could do. It's truly like, what do you get the guy who has like everything?
Yeah.
Because it's not only like, you could get like there are rich people out there, but they don't like spend their money on cool shit. You know what I mean? But like Bert does cool things and has cool things. So it's
Yeah,
like
dude, I'd say
I
so.
can't, I can't even. How can I compete here? I don't know. Give me a month or so, and I can fucking ground something together for you, Bert. Man, fucking. Did we figure out what country it's in? Denmark? Is that where it is? Wait, does nobody in this room know where
I'm
Amsterdam
pretty
is?
sure it's Netherlands.
I think
Netherlands
you're right.
is the country?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think I thought the Netherlands is like a group of things. I thought the Netherlands is like.
I'll say this: the Netherlands definitely gets a soccer team in the World Cup.
Yo, this isn't a real word.
The United Kingdom doesn't.
You gotta go to Hoofdop Schipdol.
I mean, yeah, these cities and these places are absolutely fake life. Is Amsterdam like on the water? Yeah, yeah, interesting. Wild. Fucking wild. All right. It's going down, man.
Can I tell you a joke?
What was that? Can I tell you guys a joke?
I just want to see. I want to see a joke.
yeah, I want to see a joke. Let's go.
Okay.
Tell the joke.
I don't know how it's a joke. I like my sandwiches like I like my pussy. Wet. Okay. I was just checking if I was high last night. I was.
Why would you like your sandwiches wet?
I love my sandwiches wet.
Well, like too much oil and vinegar type shit?
oil, vinegar,
Yeah.
mustard, mayonnaise.
No, I'm with that.
I was making
get
my
that.
sandwich last night.
I think you need to maybe refine the joke.
It was,
But I'm
I-
with you
I-
on wet sandwiches. And you know what? It works. Never mind.
I was just talking
Comedic
out loud to
genius.
myself making a sandwich. I was like giggling my ass off. I was like, I don't know if I'm high. Or, and I was like, just like saying out loud. I'm like, I like my sandwich like my pussy. Wet.
I do. I do like when the bread is almost like falling apart.
yeah. It's good puss.
How about how about
That's sloppy.
why don't boxers have sex the night before a big boxing match?
They like come when they get hit.
I don't know. They're just not that into each other.
Did you make that one up?
No.
Oh,
It's a good dad joke, though. It's a good dad joke. All right. So we'll get into our interview with Jessica.
We gotta do voicemails.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into our voicemails. And then
One more thing.
we got Jessica Kirson on the show, who is... when I say that Jessica Kirson is like the fastest growing comic in the world, I'm not. That's a fact, dude. And I've heard that from other people in the industry. DeStefano was talking about it. You've been seeing her name a lot more. But when she told us that she went from 13 to 300,000 subscribers in 6 months, I think she said. Under that.
Yeah.
Like 3 months. That is fucking bananas.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how that's like, what did she do? You know, like what happened? I know she... But one gets you 300,000 subscribers on YouTube? Like, what? That's fucking crazy town. So, just next level, absolute, like, bulldozing through the game. And she's been, doing it for 25, 30 years. So, like, nobody deserves it more than her. And I feel more comfortable around her than, like, almost like anybody in my life. Like, you can say fucking anything, and she rolls with it. So let's do our voicemails, and then we'll get into our interview, and then we'll start packing and shit.
By the way, I read 2 plays this weekend. Big fan of reading.
You read 2 plays?
Yeah.
Like where it has like the notes and the the names, dialogue?
Yeah, you feel like a fucking genius.
So you did like a table read with yourself?
Yeah. All in an Irish accent, obviously.
Naturally.
It was because I bought like 4, actually I think I bought like 8 because one was a book of 4. Martin McDonough plays. Just because I like Banshees and In Bruges so much. I was like, I guess I should check out this writer. 2 of my favorite movies of the last 20 years are both by the same guy. I should check him out.
And you just read it and you like think about what's going on in the plot and stuff. Like
it's not. I mean, I just envision it. Like you're watching a movie. Any whatever you're reading, I see it. And yeah, it was all in an Irish
But are there
accent.
notes like the like it's nighttime and like
any script?
Yeah. So you're like in your head, you're picturing the setting and all that shit.
Yeah. I read the cripple of Inishman, and the investigator of Inishmore.
Oh, this is just his thing, huh? The blank of blank.
No, not all of them, but those are the 2 I read. Hangmen is another one I'm going to start tonight.
But so he's got 3 that are the blank of blank.
He's got like 100. He's a playwright. He has like a ton.
But I'm saying that title.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Banshees of Inisherin. Banshees of Inisherin, he wrote like I think I actually just watched a Colin Farrell interview that he wrote like 10 years ago. That he wrote it like 7 to 10 years ago, I think.
Dude, that is crazy to me. That like that's not that far fetched. Like that you do something and like 10 years later it comes to fruition.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean,
it seems
there are things that like if I like wanted to do a 1 Minute Man video and then like a day goes by, it's like never mind. That's it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10 years, and you're like, let's revive that fucking that book.
Bro, I was watching the Hollywood Reporter like table sit down of all the Oscar actors.
Mm-hmm.
It was Austin Butler, Colin Farrell.
He's another one, by the way. If I'm gonna make fun of Hilaria Baldwin, you can't just continue to talk like Elvis.
I see, but him, I don't know what he sounded like before. Like,
I don't know either, but I've seen.
that.
Like you can't, or maybe you can and just say fuck it. But we need to at least acknowledge it because that's
Ryan Gosling's the same.
What did he do?
Ryan Gosling just says my voice is fake. I made it up.
Just like in general, it wasn't like one specific act.
So when he was younger, he didn't like his voice. He's Canadian. He didn't like his voice. And
Hell yeah.
He wanted to sound
But that's
more
different than like that's like I am doing this to change it versus like I started something and now I can't stop it.
Yeah. He's like, I wanted to sound. He tried to do like Marlon Brando, and he's gonna kind of just get stuck like this.
He does have a distinct voice, where, like, especially in Crazy Stupid Love, when he's kind of talking like a tough guy, and it is like he does kind of sound like a little bit Canadian. It's a little funny, but it is cool.
Yeah.
So
He
mission
great.
accomplished.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Great voice.
But I was gonna say, dude, he was talking about. Oh, it was Sandler, Colin Farrell, Butler, Brendan Fraser, Jeremy Pope. I forget the guy's name. The guy who played. He plays he's an Asian guy. He's in Everything Everywhere at Once. He gave the speech at the Golden Globes everyone loves. I don't know his name because he hasn't been acting for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
But that was great. He's legitimately been out for 50 years.
Jesus
this was
Christ.
like the first script he got back. What? And then, dude, Austin Butler was saying when he walked to the Disney Channel, they made $100 a day. Disney Channel's a sweat factory.
That is
bro.
crazy.
He's like, we were excited for cookies and $100 a day. You know, at that age, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, that shit is all those children's places got to be weird.
I guess it was.
I mean, Nickelodeon was a literal like predator trap.
Yeah,
but Disney was probably weird as shit too.
Oh, no, it was. He worked for both. I think it was Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon had that guy that they called the creator.
Yeah.
That they hid in a room. He directed the shit from another room because he couldn't be in the room with the children.
Yeah.
How about you just fire him? I'm sure someone else can direct Zach and Cody. We're not doing fucking Oscars here. Jesus. We've got Who's the Biggest Asshole in store right now at the Barstool Sports Store. 500 questions with detailed social, romantic, office, life situations where you
all personal
so
situations.
Don't
be like
we've
too mean
made
about
them
some of the
all.
people.
Yeah, let just recognize that if you're saying that person's definitely the asshole, you're probably talking about one of us.
Yeah.
So you can buy it. It's a full game with full gameplay, so you can play it, and there's a winner and a loser, or you can use it as a icebreaker or a party starter or a pregame, or if you're a cool girl coming on the trip with the guys, you can use Who's the Biggest Asshole, wherever it may be, whip out the deck, and you can play with all of the questions you've heard on KFC Radio, all the scenarios you've heard on the podcast. Buy it now today at the Barstool Sports Store, along with all of our merch under the KFC Radio umbrella. Go to store.barstoolsports.com.
I like that tagline. We can use that. When there's a girl on a guy's trip, whip out the deck.
All right, we'll get into our interview with Jessica Kirson. But first, before we do that, we will be doing an episode. For Thursday's episode, we will be addressing the latest from our girls, Alex and Jordan, on the Mean Girl Pod. They put up another video. I
have not seen the video. I know the concept of the video.
They did it again. Why can't boys go on?
Why can't girls?
Why can't girls go on the guys' trip? But it goes both ways.
Yeah.
But they are specifically talking about how come you're dating somebody who you're supposed to like and supposed to be friends with, but then when it comes time to go on a trip that you're going to go out and have fun with your friends, you can't bring that person along.
Can I see the clip before we get into it?
Yeah, because it's not like Jordan says, like, she's like, because most people don't like the people they're dating. But she says that, like, here it is.
Why does the one girl on the guys trip have to automatically be the worst? Like, why can't I just be chilling with you guys?
I know, because society makes it seem like men always hate their girlfriends and wives, and like we're the lame ones. It doesn't have to be that way, because I think a lot of people, it's about 50-50, but a lot of people I know don't like their significant other.
It's about 50-50.
It's sad, but they're not friends with them. Like, a lot of men date girls to be, like we talked about yesterday, caretakers, or to be their arm candy, and girls date guys to, unfortunately, pay the bills or take care of them. And that maybe was more back in the day, but not a lot of people date people that they're friends with. It sucks, but it's true. Why does the one girl...
Okay. So...
The floor is yours, John.
No, I don't want the floor. I don't have like a ton to say on the matter. I would say this. If we're going on a guy's trip and you bring your girlfriend, you bring your wife, I'm gonna try and fuck her. and that's not
not
because I want to. It's because a lesson has to be learned.
It's because I have to. I don't want to. I have to. You made me. I'll be fucking your wife going, you made me do this. You made this happen.
It's like, it's just... It is like, I get what they're saying. There are plenty of people who are like, I have plenty of guys who's like, their girl is like, dude, I got guy friends whose girl's more fun than
I
the
like
guy.
them. Yeah.
Like it has nothing to do with that. It's just the tone.
But here's
of
the thing.
trip.
Here's the thing. Yes. But also, the very fact that they don't understand why not is why. You know? It's like, as always, we are generalizing. We are stereotyping the whole nine. But like Jordan said, it is basically 50-50, if not more than that, when this shit is how relationships mostly unfold. When you start dating somebody, if we're talking about real relationships, serious relationships, guys give up like everything. And the guys trip is like the one thing that they can still do. You know? Like...
See, I am such a bad person in a relationship.
You don't give up.
And selfish that I don't even know what you're talking about. Like,
Well, so
what do you
yeah,
mean guys give things up?
again, generalizing.
What are you guys,
but,
fucking
like,
idiots? Don't do it.
You are doing it right, man. And I know a guy, a friend of mine, who just got engaged after like fighting the fight for like over a decade, trying to be like, no, I'm not ready.
This is in a testament to people I've been with in my life. Like, no one's really asked me to. I've never like been in fights like I'm not doing that.
Right. So
it's just
actually,
I don't know. No one's ever really asked me to change.
I don't even think. I think it's
or maybe they have it. I'm just not. I am that bad at reading signs.
probably. There's probably 50-50. I think with me, I end up doing it because I like myself. It's like I have guilt towards it, or I think it's supposed to be this way, or I'm like, oh, what girl would want me partying all the time or doing like all this shit all the time? Like, that's not gonna make her happy, so I'm not gonna do it. And it's like, I never said that. Why'd you go do all that? You know what I mean? But it's like, I mean, obviously you lose. Like, you can't hook up with anybody else, and you can't date anybody else. Like, that's off the table. And then slowly,
That one's a fair one.
yeah. But then slowly, like, all right, you used to like live with your buddies and like had a fun time doing that, and then that changes to your girlfriend, and that can be fun and awesome in other ways, but like that's now gone. And then like you used to go out all the time, and now you go out a little bit less, and you used to golf more, and then you do a little bit less. And then if you have kids or whatever, then you're talking further down the line. They're obviously still talking more about dating, but it's like you have like all the things that you do in your life that are fun, and then girlfriends change all that, and hopefully it's for the better. But a lot of times there's like the yearning to go do that shit, and it's like, and actually I'm overcomplicating it. The real answer is like the tone of the trip is like the guys are getting together, they're gonna talk crazy, act crazy, be crazy, not gonna do anything over the line. They're just gonna like be their former selves. And
we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna fight,
and you're gonna
also
talk shit, and you're gonna act a certain way, and you're gonna fucking fart, and you're gonna puke, and you're gonna be gross, and you don't have to worry about what you say and don't say, and you don't have to worry about offending another girlfriend. Or I can bring up that story about your ex-girlfriend or the girl that you fucked that one time and whatever, and no matter how cool you are, you're the odd man out, and you're gonna get like inevitably you're gonna get upset about something or be offended by something, and maybe rightfully so, but it's also like that's why we usually censor ourselves in front of you. We change how we behave in front of you or the girls, or when I'm a different person when I'm on a date or in a relationship than I am with the guys, and now I have to like blend those two, and it's not fun.
It's also like I think it's fucking sexist of the ladies to even make a deal out of this, because like I have trips where like I'll go with my high school friends and my current friends and my college friends and my grown-up friends that are grown up, and I'll have like times where I'm like, oh yeah, my boy's gonna come, and I'll have trips where I know it's just the high school friends.
It's just the gang.
It will be weird.
It doesn't even have to be guy or girl. It's just like
there are girls on that trip,
right.
But it's just the high school people, because we're gonna talk stories, we're gonna talk this kind of shit. Like
you're gonna be odd man out.
It's gonna be awkward with you there,
and no matter how much that person can be like, dude, I'm totally good, like, I'll just do my own thing or whatever. If you are a regular person, you're probably like, oh, fuck, he feels left out or she feels left out, or I gotta, like, worry you. It's like hosting. You're still hosting and walking on eggshells and worrying about your girl when you want to just be like,
it's like the vineyard trip I take every year is the fucking, like, it's like my high school best friends. I love you, Kevin. I'm never going to invite you on that trip.
No.
It would be weird.
Right.
It would
just wouldn't work.
There, I don't understand a single thing any of you guys are talking about.
Right.
And it would be...
And it's not to say, by the way, you can do, like, the Jack and Jill bachelorette things.
I go so far as to say I prefer that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's something, like, as
I've
you get older.
I've never done one.
But I think
I would like the idea
But
of it
the
more.
difference is... It's a crew of girls and a crew of guys. It's what she's talking about is being like the one girl that comes to a guy's trip. Why would you even want that?
Right. And
like you said,
having been around
being
Bennett,
the one
I can see her being a good time. And like I'm sure it would be fucking like I'm sure we'd have fun. It would just be different. It's not the guy's trip.
And whether or not you are cool with it, you can't dictate how other people are going to be.
Yeah.
So when you have
I'm just being normal. Like, great, I'm 30%
super awkward
of myself.
Yes. Yeah, I'm being like 5% of myself.
For the weekend I was looking forward to be 100% of myself. Like,
yeah.
I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad we're not making you feel uncomfortable. You're making us?
When you are a single guy, you are being 100% of yourself. When you start dating someone, I'd say you're being 10% of yourself. Like you most guys, I think, completely change, and then they want to be able to flip it back on. And it's like, by the way, a lot of this shit is like
10%'s a big number.
I know, I'm exaggerating, but a lot of this shit you do on purpose. Like you're changing, you're maturing, or you like different things. And it's like, I don't want to party every night. I don't want to fuck somebody new all the time. And so I'm okay with like it being different. But every now and then, I want to go back to the old me.
Yeah.
Don't make me go back to the old me.
Lord forgive me.
And like when you are just like, but to me, it's the not understanding why is like, God damn it, you guys don't get this. Like, I think it's just more of an example of like, you just think everything should be about you guys now. And it's like,
yeah, I would never. And again, I love Alex. Alex is great. There's nothing against Alex. I'm fighting the idea itself.
yes.
Never in a billion years would I have, and I got long balls. I got a set of fucking nuts on me. Never in my life would I have the set of nuts to say, "Can I come on the girls' trip?"
Oh, never.
Because guess what?
Also,
Also, because of feminists, I can't even be outright mean to your face about this. Like,
So true.
Like on the trip, the girls would be like, "Hey, John, you having fun? You fucking fat asshole!
you loser.
Yeah. Hey, you fucked up the whole weekend. You having a good time?
We all
Are
hate you.
You're happy with yourself?
Yeah.
You stupid fucking cunt."
And meanwhile,
then-
all the guys would be like, "Hey, Samantha, like, what's up? We're so happy you're
don't do the
here."
dishes, don't do the dishes. I got the dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Come out.
I'll tell you what. That's the other thing. A lot of girls, I think, don't know what goes on. And that's not to say that like, oh, we're doing blow and we're fucking hookers, but like we're gonna probably live like gross for the weekend or the week or whatever.
No, because even then you don't, because you got a guy. I got a girl guy.
What?
I already got a guy who's a girl. He'll take care of the dishes. Don't worry. One of my best friends is grown up. He's become a woman. He'll do dishes.
But you know what I mean? It's like there are things that you would maybe.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's always one.
That's not what,
the guy who plans and the guy who cleans.
Is Alex tweeted that she did all the dishes. That's the reason I brought up dishes.
Right. But it's like I don't care if the dishes are even done. Don't come on the trip and say, "But I'm doing the dishes, so it's okay." I would rather there be a pile full of dishes and we can tell the jokes that we want to tell. It's like this is not an indictment of you as a person or whatever. It's just the vibe of the event. And I think what really the problem is it just doesn't really go two ways. I'm sure there are a ton of chicks who, I would say the vast majority, want to have their girls' weekend without bringing the guys. But there are also chicks out there that would be like, I would love to bring my boyfriend along. And there's not many guys out there who would love to bring their girlfriend along.
Vacations exist.
Right.
We're going to take that vacation too.
Right. We're going to do
is a
that with
different
other
vacation.
couples. Yes, that's the thing. But I think
It's not. Look, babe, we're doing all right. We bought a basketball team. I'm going to take a couple of vacations this year. 99% of them you can come on.
Right. I think the difference is a lot of girls, when they get a boyfriend, I mean, you see it with the mean girls. They're constantly talking about finding one and having one and blah, blah, blah. And then so when you get one, it's like, we're going to do everything together forever and ever, always, always, always. And I think everybody would be healthier if it was like, even moving in together. When you first are dating someone, you're like excited on the nights that you're going to go see them. It's like, oh, I'm going to go on a date with her, or tonight's the night that I see her. And then you separate, and then when you come together, it's fun, sexy, and kinky. And then, you move in together, and it all just becomes plain. Like everything, I think, when your life becomes your relationship, life gets monotonous and boring. So then your relationship is going to get monotonous and boring too. So you can't just, you can't, it's independent George and relationship George, and they can't coexist. And if they do, it's like you're going to get relationship George on an independent George trip. It's going to suck. So we'll have the girls on to debate it. I'm sure their side of it's just going to be like, no. But I just,
Jackie, what's your side?
I mean, you wouldn't want guys on the girls' trip.
I mean,
You're one of those girls who's like, fuck it, we're trying to like be dirty hookers for the weekend. We don't need you guys.
No, but I think that girls are the same, where it's like you're like 10% around guys, and like there's just no replicating.
I think it's way worse. The guy who goes on the girls' trip. I do think that there are some girls who can hang. I think there are certain situations where you can bring a girl and she knows when to. Like I always knew girls in the finance world who would go out to like the happy hour. And then they went home before the strip club. Yeah. And they knew that the client and the guys are going to go do that, and I'm just going to peel off. And there are girls who like know how to do that. The guy who goes on the girls' trip and is just like, I'm here, ladies. That guy.
I've absolutely never done that. I'm trying to think if I could do that. I would have no desire. I would be like, no, go fucking have fun.
When I was
that's
like
crazy
married,
for you to even invite me.
When I was like married or like in a very serious relationship, I've gone on like it was not a girls' trip. It was like, I'm going to go to Boston and see my friends for the weekend. Like, do you want to come? And I went, and it ended up being like all the girls. And like there was no boyfriends or whatever. And I was like, well, why the fuck am I here then? You know?
So what'd you do?
I mean, I just had to hang out for the weekend, you know? But it was like, it wasn't like I was there for a bachelorette party or something. It was just like, and it was just her and a couple of her friends. So it was fine. But I was also like, oh, I was very much under the impression that there was going to be another boyfriend or a mixed company or whatever. Now this is just me and 4 girls. And I, you know. And also the other thing about all of this is like, if they're cool, I'm going to be cool. I'll be fine. Yeah. But it's a matter, did I ruin their time? You know, are these girls now being like, oh, fuck. But I don't think they think
I'm so goddamn giving.
Yeah, guys are always thinking of others. The men are always worried about the women, That's the thing. We're always worried about you.
It's a stereotype to even call out, but
come on.
I am constantly worried that I am ruining the ladies' time. And
whereas they're like, what? I'm like, let's all have fun. I don't get it. It's like the fact that you don't get it is it. That's the thing. So we'll talk to the girls about it. But needless to say, the mean girls have done it again. The amount of tweets that I got that were like, oh, God, KFC Radio needs to talk about this. Like, somebody said KFC's going to do 45 minutes on this. Gaz just wrote no, like, tagged at KFC Radio.
It's just,
so the people need to hear from us.
I honestly, I don't even think, like, I can talk about it. It's just, like, it's one of those things where, like, you're just talking to someone who doesn't speak the same language.
Well,
we have no way to figure out each other
Yeah.
because it just doesn't make sense.
They'll ask some questions, though, or say some things that will just simply baffle us, and it'll be great.
Like
they'll be like, what do you mean you can't? What do you mean you, like, censor yourself around us? Like, what do you mean? What do I mean? Of course we do. We don't talk. We don't act the same way in front of girls that we do in front of guys.
And
what?
I don't like you acting the way. I don't like.
Everybody
you
puts
act
on
different.
Everybody puts on the mask. You know, everybody plays different parts. It's like, it's basically like being like, I'm a cool coworker. Why can't I come hang out with you? Like you said.
Yeah.
It's like, no, these are 2 different worlds that don't match up.
And if all your world is one world, you got a fucking weird world.
Weird.
Man.
You got to have separation of church and state and work and friends and relationships and sex. All that shit.
And this place makes it pretty messy. This Barstool, a lot of it becomes
so
one
bad.
world.
So bad.
And
that's why Barstool's like a fucking horror house, you know? So we will address it in full with the girls. But let us know what you think and if there's any exceptions or how can you do it successfully and all that stuff.
What's going on, KFC Radio? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to get right into it. I was wiping my ass the other day. I use baby wipes. You could eat soup out of my butt, okay? I'm also going to say really quick, I do not ever wipe back to front. It's always front to back.
Crazy.
Just putting that out there. Anyway, I was wiping my butt, and
some things
I was
will never
doing
change.
the through the leg action. You know, again,
that's crazy too.
Not back to front, front to back, and my thumb. You know, like the top of my thumb, like this part. I got fat little fingers.
He does have a fat.
It hit my nuts, and I was like, haha, funny. And then when I pulled my hand back up, there was shit on my thumb from touching my balls. I'm not a gross guy. I clean. I'm chubby already. We smell just to begin with. You know, we have to be conscious of that. How long has this been a thing? You know, I feel.
How long have you been shitting on your balls?
To be honest.
Dude, I don't know.
Just wanted to see.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Experience anywhere near that. Just something that you might have done for a long time that is, was really gross. I know, you guys talk. John does a lot of gross things. Let's see if
you and I are
like
not.
This.
You and I are different. Like we are not the same. Let me tell you a little something. I went on Rory and Mal's show last week, formerly of the Joe Budden Show. Now they're out on their own and they're crushing it. And they're kind of pivoting from like hip hop more into like what we do, just shooting the shit and doing topics and funny stuff. So we did a lot of answer the internet stuff, and we did sit on a dick and a cake, and they asked me kind of like, so you do all these, right? You talk about all this kind of shit, and I was talking about, I used to say to myself, like, when my kids are still young, I can do all this. One day I'm gonna like say, enough. We made enough money. We've done enough things. Like, we'll keep doing the show, but it's not gonna be like this. And then I was like, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. It just realistically, I'm not gonna like stop myself from having the fun conversations we've always had. I would like to move on from wiping. I would like to move on from conversations about wiping shit off our ass.
So would I.
It's like
but
the
then
internet
someone
just
calls and says they go front to back from under the leg,
and that they have shit on their nuts, and I have to just be like, what? Now we got to talk about it.
But like,
what?
I've heard of people going under the legs.
I've heard of people going under the legs.
Like you're pushing up.
That's almost. First of all, front to back.
Is that how you would do
front to back to front? Does not matter if you're a guy.
No,
you can do whatever you want. You can go left to right, right to left, up and down, in and out, all circles. You can do whatever you want. You only got to worry about that if you got a pussy. So that is not a thing. Second of all, you're right. If you go underneath, you're starting from a position of like already stretching and have to stretch further.
Go further.
And then also, are you telling me that you go here? I mean, I guess I'm not moving on from it. I guess we're really gonna break it down. So he wipes and then comes back and wipes again. You know, like he only does because I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until it's clean.
Yeah, it's like
you don't start and you don't start, finish, and restart from the same spot, do you? That's fucking weird.
It's basically like I'm gonna change it a little bit so it's easier to discuss.
Okay.
It's like
please do, God.
Fucking cleaning your windshield when it snows, and when it's right here, you can just go clean it. But then some people get lazy and they don't want to go to the other side of the car,
and you gotta
so they
throw it.
Reach. It's like that. And that's how this dude wipes his ass.
That's smart. That was fucking brilliant. Because I was like, I can't think of anything to like compare. That you kind of like throw it and pull it, throw it and pull it, or the opposite, you push it. But either way, it's like a reach. It's a restart every time. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, and it doesn't clean well.
The way you just said that was like, I forget when that happens. And Sonny, Frank just goes, "Smart, Charlie."
So I will say this. You don't go through the legs. You don't stand up. The only time stand up ever I heard a good argument was Pat McAfee. And he was like, mix in a squat once in a while because his legs are so fucking huge. He's like, I can't reach it. So I have to stand up. If you are a professional punter and a professional wrestler and you have legs like tree trunks, you're physically incapable or you're super fat, fine. Normal people, I think you should stay with your ass on the bowl.
Now, we're doing this. I'm a standard.
But you're a standard. It's crazy. I don't get it. It's weird. As a guy, you can wipe in any direction you want. I do not understand the shit on the balls.
I think he's just wiping it on his own balls.
So he's pushing it from his ass to his balls?
No, I think when he pushes and he comes back, he accidentally hits his balls.
Every time, yeah.
And I mean, remember, that's how he laughed. When he laughed at that, it's because he got fucking shit on it.
Let me tell you something, sir. If you have poop on your butt and then by your own actions move it to your nuts, you are retarded. You are too stupid to wipe your own ass without it spreading to your nuts. That is as stupid as it fucking gets.
From a stupid man, that's a high level of stupidity.
I mean, that's an unattainable level of stupidity, I would have said. And thirdly, crazy to put your face on this.
Yeah.
If I'm this guy, I go get like facial reconstruction surgery right now. I need to do Nicolas Cage, John Travolta face off because we might have to, for his own good, blur his face. I think we have to blur his face. I don't think this man realizes what he just did. Unless he's like,
you know that meme that people use way back in the day and still occasionally when they want to be super insulting, where a pig shits on its balls? I do that.
That's me.
As a human man.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's repulsive.
And he has gross thumbs. We have to blur the thumb, too.
Show the thumb, you animal.
Next up.
Okay, I've asked this question to a couple of my friends, and no one really has a good answer for it, so I'm going to pose it to you guys. What is something that you grew up thinking was normal, based on like your family, that was not normal in the end? So like for me, growing up, the way my parents always made nachos was with Doritos instead of regular tortilla chips, and instead of like melted shredded cheese, they would use like Velveeta cheese sauce, which sounds disgusting. It's very white trash. It's very RU garbage. But it was good. And I didn't know that like that's not what nachos were until I had them somewhere else. I'm going to guess I was like maybe 10 or 12 years old by the time I figured out like, like not everybody makes nachos like that. So do you guys have anything that is very similar in the fact that like you did not?
I think every family's got these, specifically with food. I bet there's a lot of food. I'm trying to think of them. I know this wasn't really my family, but it was like kind of a generation before me. All like the women in our family would pass down recipes, and whenever they were cooking, well, this is how funny it is, how like bad we are at cooking. Whenever they were cooking, like I think it was like a pot roast, was it? They would take like a butcher knife and just chop off the ends, and then cook like the middle of the roast. And like every generation kind of did that, and they found out like it started with like a great grandfather, grandmother, whatever, who they had a pot that was too small, or like a pan that was too small to cook it in. So they would just take the ends off and put what fit in there, and then everybody else thought that there was like you get rid of the ends for some other reason, and that like whatever. One day that grandmother was like, "You idiots! Like, you have a fucking pan that fits." But as far as like something weird, I mean, I know this is kind of like hard to be like, what's something you know that's weird that you don't think is weird? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm sure we should do like a wife swap thing one day and just go live with each other's families for like a week and be like, yo, the Feidelbergs do some wacky shit, man.
That would be very interesting. Yeah, like nothing comes to mind because I fucking do it.
Yeah, it's hard to be like.
I mean, like it's kind of like I think we did this with you can kind of do like if you've lived with other people before. Like I had people who saved sauce packets. We talked about that on
yeah.
We did not save sauce packets at the house.
Right. When you were a kid, did you sleep with your parents? Did you sleep in their bed or in their room or anything?
Child?
Yeah. Well, like that's what I mean. Like till when?
I would guess because there was always a younger sibling. So you got kicked out.
Got it. Yeah.
So like I would guess 2.
Oh wow, early. Yeah.
Maybe like
I'm pretty sure my sister slept like in my parents' room until she was like 16.
Really?
Because
I had a new sibling at 2, so maybe from 3 to 4 there were some other incidences.
Yeah.
But then at 4 I had another sibling. So
right. I mean, that's just fucking wild. We I don't remember like sleeping in my parents' beds. That stopped at like a young age, but they would throw like a mattress on the ground, like at the foot of their bed. We called it the camp. But also it was because they had air conditioning. We like, I don't know, it was a period of time where we didn't have air conditioning in the house. Like even just the other window units. So like in the summer and shit, we would all like sleep in there. And it was like fun. It was like a camping. We called it the camp. But I think we stayed in there like a little too long. And I know my sister did. My sister had like her driver's license and she was like still sleeping in the camp. It was probably like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 in that area. Like,
I'm not saying by any means I'm not trying to be like a tough guy. Like, but like I'm sure there were instances when I came back. And, but like I didn't really have nightmares either.
Because Shay crawls into bed with me every time. And
every night?
Yeah.
Really?
Not pretty much every night. I mean, you got to remember I only have a couple nights a week.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times she does it at home, but I'm also like a sucker for it. I'm like, yeah, do whatever you want. You know? We went to Chuck E. Cheese this weekend in Yonkers. It doesn't mean much to most people, but you know. It's not great. Chuck E. Cheese in Yonkers, solo with 2 kids.
Is there a fight?
Not great. It wasn't a fight, but man, it was sweaty and hot in there, and it was just it was.
There's nothing gross than a hot place in the winter.
It was
you got no business being hot.
And let me tell you
something.
Open
the door.
There was a salad bar, an open air Chuck E. Cheese in Yonkers salad bar. You want to talk about wet sandwiches and wet pussy? There was this bowl of lettuce that looked like it was lettuce soup. It was, and I mean, nobody was touching it, thank God. If I saw someone like making it, I think I would like stop them and give them money and be like, go somewhere else. There's an Outback right next door. Go there. I would love to have a good answer for this though, because I know there's some shit that my family does that's
there definitely
gotta be weird traditions that like people would just be flabbergasted over. But everybody's got them.
This doesn't apply to my family, and I've told this story before. But when I was growing up, a house I used to spend a lot of time at, regularly, they obviously what I'm about to say kind of it doesn't. They weren't they weren't a bad family. They were my best friends. They were great people. Everything, all that stuff. But they regularly referred to Chinese food.
Right. Oh, right.
As, you know, a blank in your armor, food.
Right.
And I just thought that's what it was. So one day when I was really young, because we had Chinese food Fridays, and I just thought that was like maybe it was Saturdays, whatever day it was like the joke was like, Dad doesn't know what he's doing. Dad's cooking tonight. We get Chinese food.
Yeah.
You know, you know how men can't do shit.
You know how men can't keep their children alive.
Yeah. Like it was like a weekly. It might have been Sunday nights actually.
Bro, I have fed my kids chicken nuggets and pasta. I would say, let's see. I would say 300 straight meals. Like 100 days in a row with like a couple, two, three meals.
Dude,
it might be now that I'm doing it, it might be like thousands in a row.
Thousands of meals.
They just don't eat anything else for me.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They'll have hamburgers with them. They'll have like roast chicken with them. They eat certain things with certain people. And because I don't have them if it was every day, I'd be like, you have to mix it up.
Yeah.
But when it's my day, it's like it's chicken nuggets and pasta day. So I don't think I've ever cooked them anything else. They're 7 and 5. I think it's like thousands of meals in a row. It's crazy.
I made chicken last night. That was like legit the best chicken I've ever had in my entire life.
HelloFresh.com, promo code KFC21.
Yeah. But so eventually I got old enough to know how to ask for if I wanted Chinese food. Or as I wanted whatever food we got, because we also got it from different Chinese food restaurants. So
right.
We had Little Chopsticks 3. They had, I forget, somewhere down on North Main Street. And I just thought they were different foods.
Right.
But I wanted that food that night. So I was like, hey, Mom, can I have blank food for dinner?
Her parenting here is one of the best examples of parenting of all time.
And she was like, what did you just say? And I said, can I have, I didn't say anything wrong, so I just repeated it right back. I said, can I have blank food for dinner? And she was like, do you have any idea what that word means? And I said, I have no idea what that word means. It's just food.
It's like, I think I know what it means. It means this food
yeah,
that we eat.
Right. Yeah. If it means something other than exactly what I'm asking for, then no,
then
I
tell
don't.
me, yeah.
And she said, instead of taking that moment to, you know, have a difficult discussion about
But I respect this because
race relations.
I'm kicking that can down the road. We'll do race relations another day, honey.
A teacher will do that. She
Yeah.
just went, that means penis.
How
do you want penis
Were you
food for dinner,
saying
John
the word
Henry?
penis often?
No. I think
Like
she
the
just
fact
knew,
that she
like,
was, I mean, obviously penis is better than a racial slur. But having a little kid run around saying penis isn't great either.
But no, she
penis.
But like she knew I wouldn't want that kind of food.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't ask for that food.
But so wait, you would stop eating the food because it was the name penis?
I don't really remember how it went down.
You got to get her side of this one too.
But I remember.
I should have asked her when we had her on the show. I regret not bringing up penis food.
Like
this is
like a full decade later, like someone said that word, and I was like, bro, what do you mean? Like that's a penis? And they were like, what do you mean? I'm a racist.
Yeah, I'm a racist. You're an idiot.
Yeah. Like, I was like an adult at that point. Like, what do you mean, you fucking child? I'm calling that person. I'm insulting that person for who they are. What do you think it means penis?
I'm
for?
judging them by their ethnicity. Why are you calling them a penis? That's fucking great.
So that was a weird thing for my whole life, thinking that fucking.
That used to be a
racial
casual thing that got tossed around.
I never heard it
Light
anywhere
off.
with those people. That was the like it wasn't.
I think a lot of people.
And I think that's probably why it made it easy.
But I
for
think
me
it
to
was
be a
the same
decade.
thing.
That's
You
what I
know, it's
thought.
like get the WAP food. Get the it's like you throw around
that was.
these
But,
terms,
I'm not just speaking for my family. Like I hung around plenty of families. I never heard anyone say that aside from those.
I feel like it was a common one for
Really?
people who just want it to be, you know, like it's a little casual racism for you on a little evening night. We'll think of it and tweet at us. You know, your craziest
I
family
did see,
traditions.
like,
it is a good Are You Garbage. I bet you Are You Garbage guys have a bunch of these where you're like, what do you mean you don't drink out of the fucking bucket or some shit?
Yeah.
It's like, no, normal people do not do that.
I saw like a TikTok or Instagram or whatever. I never know what they are because I only see them on Instagram. So by the time it comes to Instagram, it might be a TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Instagram's like popular TikToks, but later. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it was college kids. Oh, I gotta remember to get a new refill of Omeprazole.
I was gonna say you're hurting, aren't you?
That was dude. That,
for your trip.
But I know today was my last pill, so that was I didn't do Omeprazole.
You go to Amsterdam without your meds, you're fucked.
You're
gonna be the only guy on the street. Any Omeprazole? You holding? You selling?
It was like college kids who just got a new foreign roommate, and it was like day number blank of doing weird American traditions to trick our roommate, and it was just like when
that would be fun.
When they go to bed, they take all the trays and they put them up like
yes, remember that?
like the kitchen table.
That's very funny.
Yeah,
we should look into getting. Can we get a foreign intern? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Make sure that they know how to do shit so they're useful.
Yeah,
But
not one of those useless foreigners.
We had a kid named Christoph from Liechtenstein who was a high school exchange student. But like, there was one. It was on a program. I think it was just a family did it, not even like the school. So all of a sudden we just had this guy. He looked like you ever play Lemmings on Super Nintendo? No. Pull it up real quick. Lemmings, the cartoon character for Lemmings on Super Nintendo. This guy looked like to a T minus the green hair. He was super tall too. He was probably like 6 feet tall, and he looked exactly like that with the hair and the nose. And he was like, "I am Christoph from Liechtenstein," and we just. And I told you the stories where we were at the bar when we were like 15 and just crazy shit. And I think he was very like, what? Like, I don't think he got a very fair representation of America. Because I think what we were doing was like very different. He was like, holy shit, you guys go hard here. Anyway, get one of those because I think that would be, imagine like a little bit of a language barrier with Jackie and a foreign guy. Or girl. And like just the zoo that this place would turn into. Get me a foreign intern who's very capable but doesn't know English. That would be a fun summer.
Hey, KFC Feits, all the crew. So I was just watching TikToks literally a second ago, and I came across conjoined twins. They were in their like 40s, and I thought, that's insane. I don't think if it was me and my sister conjoined, we would never make it to 40. We would kill each other. I can't see how you could do that. But then I was thinking, who would I want to be conjoined with? If I had to get conjoined right now and I could pick anyone in the world, who would I pick? I honestly think I would just kill myself because humans as a whole suck. I don't think I'd be able to do it. But if I had to pick, I don't know. Who would you guys pick?
By the way, Nate Bargatze has a new special coming out. We got an advanced screener of it. He has a joke about his brain, and then it eventually goes into conjoined twins. That is... His special is awesome.
I saw it live. I'm sure I saw most of the material live.
Oh, did you? So you've heard a lot of jokes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I'm talking about with that joke? Did you mention that?
I don't remember that one. No.
Just talking about how you like can't.
But
surprise.
also like that was like we went to like a 10:00 show. It was like one of those like we were drinking all day and it was like, oh, Bargatze's in town. Let's go to the show.
Yeah.
So I don't remember everything perfectly clearly. But it was when
he was supposed to reschedule his.
Yeah.
We were supposed to interview him today. He said his flight got canceled. He's rescheduled until later this week, but
open Friday.
All right, yeah, good. So we can run that back. The best. He's the GOAT. I think he's he's the Garan. He's the greatest right now. He's like, I mean, I don't think you can compare like of all time because everything's just so different. But like, he is so fucking good.
Yeah,
I think I would put him. It's like him versus Louis.
He doesn't get like the recognition. Not recognition. He has plenty of recognition.
Well, you know what it is? He does it all of it with zero like shock value. That's zero. You have shit on your balls and sex. You know, like it's just you're doing high quality. Like I know Seinfeld always said like a joke can be a clean joke is a better joke, and I don't always necessarily agree with that. But the way Nate does it, it is because it's like he really like he just finds these things that are apply to every single person, and he hones it so that they're funny to every single. It's just incredible.
Yeah, but like that doesn't get you like publicity,
right?
Like I mean, anyone who knows anything knows he's unbelievable. But like, he's not trending on Twitter every 2 weeks.
You're not gonna get 100 million view video on fucking Facebook because you had like this wild and crazy thing. Yeah. But it's something that like his wife said that every married person ever goes like, holy shit, he's fucking right. He also just looks fucking so sharp now.
Yeah,
got the salt and pepper going. What are those shoes? Do you know what those shoes are? No. I like them a lot. I've never seen that brand before. Anyway, who would you want to be a conjoined twin with? And I'll throw in another one. Who would you? Who's the least person you would want to be with?
Dude, it is a good observation. It's just like you die young when you're a conjoined twin. And I bet if they looked into the reasons for that, they're different than you'd think.
Oh no, there's nothing physiologically. It's much more social.
They could both live incredibly healthy lives the whole time.
Imagine a conjoined twin suicide, where one person's like, "I'm doing it." You're like, "No, dude, I got a date on Thursday. We're going." Yeah. Like, no,
man, I can't take it.
Would that be murder?
well, because like
50% murder, 50%
what
suicide?
if I could survive? I just have to drag a dead body around.
I wonder how that works. If you shoot like in just the head,
Like, God damn it!
and you like could cut off the bleeding
this
or
is gonna
something.
be so hard to explain.
They did it. It was them. I swear to God.
No, no, man.
Do you think you have the same fingerprints? Probably.
I would think so. Yeah.
Are you?
No, 'cause
Are
twins
these
don't.
finger like?
Because you're just because you're when you're.
But
conjoined
are
twins-
our fingerprints the same? Like, are your pointers the same as your?
Bro, I didn't know Amsterdam's a country.
I don't think they are. I mean,
Wait, it's not a country. you know what I mean.
Amsterdam should be 100% a country.
Huh?
Amsterdam should be a country.
Yeah.
Like
it's like fucking.
they should have actually
Hong Kong. Like
totally.
you might belong to someone else.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Same way with people, there's a country who owns you might not recognize your sovereignty, but according, for all intents and purposes, for me,
But
an
like,
idiot, you're alone.
The Netherlands should have rebranded. They should have done a PR when Amsterdam popped and became its red light district and everybody knew it. They should have put all their eggs in that basket.
Yeah.
And been like, we're not doing Dutch, we're not doing Holland, we're just Amsterdam now. Then everybody knows who you are. All right, conjoined twins.
My first one that pops in my head is like a buddy who I like. It's not like we don't hang out that much anymore, but when we do, it's fun.
Very fun.
Just like my boy Sully popped in.
But
We've
you
been in
ruined
some
that
tight spots together.
But this would be the tightest, man.
But no, that's why I'm just saying because I think we've been in enough tight spots. Like we're friends since we're like very little
That
kids.
you could like.
That would be like it doesn't. We can work things out.
How about this? Can you Google are conjoined twins righty or lefty? Like, is my half over here? I control this hand. Like, this is dominant for me. Like, if we're gonna wipe our ass, is it like?
Well, I mean, I'm picturing like we're conjoined at the hip.
Do you
I'm
think?
picturing like we're two.
Do you
grown
think
people
you
who just have-
alternate? Like, if you take a shit, it's like it's your turn to wipe. I'm not doing it this time.
I think I would be. I like being intentionally bad at it. I like guys do that.
Yeah, so that the girl has to do like all the chores.
Like,
I don't know how to wipe it. Your turn.
You can figure out how to clean the
Imagine
microwave.
that. It's like, yeah, okay, it's my turn, and you just leave it in there. You're like, all right, next time I'll just fucking do it.
Yeah, that'd be fun pranks. Just shove a bunch of toilet paper up your ass. Like, I'm leaving it. I'm fine.
This doesn't bother me at all. What are you talking about?
It's called a mampon.
Each twin manages one side of their conjoined body. The sense of touch is restricted to their half. So this begs the next question. I don't know if we've actually had this. Like, if I jerk off our dick with my hand, is that a hand job for you?
Yeah.
So then we have to alternate that as well, right? Like, it's your night.
I don't
I'm
know,
getting a
man.
hand job.
I think like if the body is like righty lefty, someone's gonna be better at it.
No, I don't think so. If I only have one hand, I'm going to be dominant with this hand. And if you only have one hand, you're going to be dominant with that hand.
Yeah, but I think you'll both understand that someo's better at jerking off a dick.
Definitely.
And then at that point,
it's not that
you're doing Charlie work tonight, baby.
It's not that you're dominant. It's just that you're better at that skill.
Yeah,
the
thing, like
so it's like I'll do the writing. You got to do the jerking.
Yeah, it's like a fucking married couple with the cooking and the cleaning.
But here's the
you
thing.
cook better. You cook. I'll clean.
Do you think coming is not? Do you think coming is mental? It kind of is, right? Like you can slow yourself down by thinking about. We talk about. It doesn't really work. That's why you need your Roman and stuff like that. Or
it's like, no, I'm getting it soft.
Exactly. It's like Obi-Wan and Darth Vader when he was like a kid. Like, we got to train you. You're doing it wrong. You were the chosen one. Like if you're one side's a pervert and you're not, like, what do you do? It's like, oh, we're watching that again tonight.
That would be.
Or like, I don't feel well. I have a headache, and this guy wants to fucking jerk off to like, some
I don't
crazy
think I'd have
shit.
a hard time jerking off next to someone sleeping. I was sleeping next to someone jerking off.
I mean, I definitely have jerked off next to someone sleeping, but it just wasn't.
I've jerked off. I've had people jerk off next to me sleeping.
Have you? When you did it, were you?
I was a child.
Were you trying? It was my uncle.
I was just my babysitter.
When you were doing that, were you trying to be quiet?
When I've never jerked off next to someone in bed.
Oh, you just said you did.
No, I said someone's jerked off next to me. But again, I was actually a kid. It was like sleepovers.
One of your buddies?
Yeah, I wasn't in bed. I was on the floor. I was like, "You jerking off up there?" He's like this. You're like,
"No way." How old were you? 10, whatever.
Like super young.
Yeah.
It was.
And he was like, "Yes, I am."
It was the same weekend. Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, should I come?" I was like, "Do you if you want, man?"
Do you want me to come?
He's like, sorry, it's annoying. I could just. I don't think we even knew what the word "come" was. Like, He's like, I can just finish. And I was like,
Don't worry, I'll be wrapped up in a minute.
Like, do I have to say? Do you want me to call you like a pathetic little piece of shit or something? Like, what do I need to do to get you there, bud? It was the same weekend. I've told the story before about when we were watching WrestleMania on the Black Box, and then like it just changed to porn.
Right.
And me and my buddy turned like a Tommy Boy scene was like, you changed if you want.
Yeah, you can leave it on.
Yeah, I mean, we watched porn the rest of the night.
What if?
And then he got to bedtime. And it's like time to fucking.
How about
pull my
this?
dick.
Let me give you a scenario. We are conjoined twins. You somehow, some way, we find someone you're dating, and you get dumped by her, and you are just heartbroken, and I am just single and regular and horny, and you're like crying and upset, and I'm like getting our brain and our blood flowing, my brain and our blood flowing, so like I've got our dick hard, and I'm jerking off while you are like crying and mourning, and I like basically end up coming on you. Is that like, am I like raping you?
Buddy, I actually have the answer.
If you don't,
there's an answer for this?
Well, so here is like a case by case.
You give me the answer, and then okay, we'll fight over it.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to masturbation, A wants to masturbate. If A masturbates, he or she sexually touches B, but it seems strongly impermissible to involuntarily touch someone sexually. Consequently, A should not masturbate.
Yeah, I mean that would be
sure. There's plenty of things I
shouldn't do, but yeah.
What am I bound by the laws of the country?
Like I could see a scenario where it's like, dude, I am feeling uncomfortable. I got to get this nut off, and your brother has to just be like, okay. But if I know you're like bummed out, you're crying, you're literally like, yo, Jessica just left me, and I'm like, whatever, dude, and I'm like coming on your leg. That's kind of funny.
You think I haven't fucking jerked off in that state before? Like, I'd be like, but yeah, man, I've been.
I've jerked off in all 50 states.
Yeah, like what? Sad and crying? Like I haven't masturbated like that? Come on.
I guess you're the bad example.
Rookie fucking play.
Yeah, it would probably be the other way around.
But no, I'm a fucking bro, dude. If my bro was like, dude,
I'd be like, I'm doing this for you.
Like fucking come, man. Do your thing.
I made my freshman year roommate watch an obscene amount of porn to get over his girlfriend, and in hindsight, it was one of the weirder things I've ever done.
Boy, you just made him put on porn. And you're like,
he was just so mopey. Freshman year girlfriend, high school girlfriend. We were gonna get married. Blah blah blah. I was like, no, you fucking weren't, dude. And he wouldn't get over it, and so we just bombarded him with like "e-fucked" and all the weird ones, the guys with two dicks and Mr. Hands and Goatsy.
The bald guy puts his head in the pussy.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, we watched that one.
That's that good stuff.
We watched one where a
That
girl
shit you don't get on Pornhub.
guy put a fucking champagne bottle inside of her and opened it up, and it.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. And I don't know if it worked or not, but you know, it was like we're doing something to get you over this bitch, and it's gonna be some weird porn stuff, man.
I don't know if it worked or not, but he did the Las Vegas shooting.
It's great. All right, but like, so give me an answer though. So Sully, your buddy?
Yeah, Sully gets the crop, and then who would I not want to be? I mean, like literally anybody. Like that's a
Pick a person. I don't want to be attached to.
I think honestly, I'll give you an answer.
No, there's an answer.
There's not an answer.
Oh no, there's an answer. You can give your piece. I will give you the answer. Yeah.
Mine is like anyone who's more recognized and beloved than me.
Yeah, that would suck.
Just like
imagine you're on the red carpet and they're like, "Can you just lean your head?"
Ryan.
We're just imagine somebody. They would just take like a blanket and like,
yeah,
just throw it over your head in like a green screen. Just put a green blob over you and be like, "Can you just lean away while your brother takes the pictures?"
And it's not even like that because I have that desire for that level of notoriety. So, somewhere inside me I do. But it would just be a constant reminder of like, dude, you're not even close. Like, close. In my head, I know all those things. I don't need to be there knowing it. Like, like people just coming up, like, oh, what's up? Oh, sorry, yeah.
Can we take a picture and
I would?
Can we? Yeah, I want to talk to just him.
Like, guess what, Ryan Reynolds, you're about to die.
I was gonna say, I'm slicing your throat.
I was gonna kill myself. I'm not.
I'll kill me and then I drag you down with me.
I'm pretty non-violent against anybody but me.
Imagine that you're sleeping, you're like passed out, and I don't know how this works, but I'm just picturing like you're so fucked up, You passed out. You're like you, sleeping for like, 36 hours straight. And you wake up and I've dragged you to like a fucking dock. And I'm tying like a brick around our ankles. See ya. You should have stayed asleep for one more minute, pal. I'm not gonna say the person, but yeah, there's a clear one. There's a clear answer, but I won't say it.
It's Frank because Frank walks so slow.
Did you see him with the balloon?
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos ever.
I went to
slow motion as a balloon gently. It looked like the balloon stopped. It was like gravity did not even. It was unbelievable.
It was like
what's crazy is there in the sorry to cut you off, but in the man cave there's a lot of man meat in there, and all the other guys were like nimble and athletic enough. And Frank, I'm surprised Frank even got back up.
That is the worst part of him is his slothness.
I do love the wherewithal. Do you think that was for the cameras or
yes?
For he's just stuck. The fact that he just stayed down there.
That's camera. He's a showman.
I can also see Frank being like, I don't know what to do right now. I bet you it's not the easiest for him in that position.
He's just very. That would be like it would just be like the yelling, sure, but the slow. I'd be like, dude,
we gotta go. Let's go, dude.
When I walked through the fucking, I went to a Devils game with him, Devils Bruins, like 2 years ago last year, and we walked from this office to Penn Station to the New Jersey Transit.
27-minute walk.
It was like 17 minutes. It's like 3 blocks. It was crazy, and I'm sure he can walk faster. It's just like that's how Frank moves.
Frank could be 110 pounds. I feel like he would just be like, just sauntering on over.
It was great to the point where like I would be walking crazy slow, and I'd be like, "What happened to Frank?" I turn around, and he'd be like 10 paces behind me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't think I can go slow
any slower. You have to walk and stop.
I'm
walk
walking
and stop.
like a fucking cop's giving me a drunk test, where I'm like
1 foot at a time, like touching each other,
and then somehow just lapping the guy.
Frank, never change, man. Never change. All right, voicemails. Jessica Kirson time. Oh, real quick, by the way, I just want to play this clip. Louis C.K. is on with Bert this week, and he had a quote that, in context, is really funny. Out of context, even just as funny. I think it honestly sums up like this whole generation of the people who say dumb things, the people who are responding to the people who say those dumb things, to everybody who like diagnoses and all that shit, right?
I don't think that's narcissistic. It's just retarded.
Perfect. It sums up. It was in reaction to Bert. Bert says that he thinks he's gonna live like till like 100. And he says his reaction when other people die is, oh, that's just another one who's not me, so I'm going to live forever. And he said, I don't think that's narcissistic. I just think it's retarded. But the amount of times people throw around narcissistic and the amount of people, it's just the perfect phrase for this time. Saying it, being ignorant enough to still say it, but laughing about it and applying it. You're not narcissistic. You're just retarded. If that was allowed to be a tagline, I think that should be like the podcast right there. Okay, Jessica Kirson on the podcast. And our next episode will be from New Amsterdam. Amsterdam, right?
I don't know. Can we do it in Amsterdam? We're off Thursday. Oh, yeah. We'll be in Amsterdam, but we'll have to record it tomorrow.
I feel like we should try to somehow do a podcast there. If we could like use their equipment or something.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, yeah. I'm telling you, man, I could fuck this thing. I think what's stopping me,
could too.
I think what's stopping me is a little bit of the shame and the stigma. But I think, let's see this. Wait. This
you
is funny.
couldn't?
Are you sure?
If I were a guy,
anything.
I could.
So this is cut off, but it says, with over 12 pounds of soft Fanta flesh engulfing and massaging
it's
your
amazing.
cock, this plush piece of pussy feels better than the real thing. Squeeze and pinch her big 36 double D tits, then slide your cock between those massive mammaries and titty fuck her all night. Spread her cheeks, ram her tight little ass,
Oh
and
my
then fill her with
God.
every inch of your man meat. She's warm, she's tight, she's ready to fuck. Now here's where we get to the next part. When you're done, blow a load deep inside her or come all over her stomach and big tits. Cleanup is a snap either way with antibacterial cleaner and warm water. Best of all, she tucks under your bed or in the closet for easy storage after the fun. Knock her up. She's an all access anytime, any place.
Knock her up is amazing. Knock her up.
I'm gonna get this 12-pounder pregnant, baby.
If I had
whoever wrote that is like a great
I was just
fucking
thinking the same
copywriter
thing.
or whatever.
That's incredible.
If I had to fucking...
Can you imagine if her voice was like, Jewish to me, like an old Jewish voice? Put a load inside of me, sonny.
But what if you had to, like, that's my issue with it is storage thing. Like, if I had to fucking... you feel... I'm not one of those guys. People say sometimes, like, they slam the laptop shut after they come and they, like, had to close the porn screen so fast because they're... I'm not like that. I'll fucking finish the scene. I respect an actor too much to turn it off. But the...
Respect the craft.
It's like leaving the fucking movies before the credits start. Like, I'll see it out. But the... if I had to... wipe cum off a
rubber,
essentially a dead body, and then hide a bowling ball in my room.
Yeah,
I'd be like, all right,
hide a bowling.
You put it in like a sack or something, like a.
I don't have an issue with that. I don't know why. I'm okay because I just feel like it's.
Well, I think because if someone found yours, it would be okay.
You're right. I think as a man, I get it.
If I was doing like a Barstool video, and I forgot, and there was a 12-pound ass behind me, my career might be over. I might go to jail. A white man with a rubber ass, I might be like a blown out asshole. I'd be like, I'm going to jail now.
I'm dripping out.
I would cancel myself. Like I'd disappear.
Your kid just playing with it.
Oh my God, that would be unbelievable.
It's one of those things that, like, intellectually, I'm fine with it. In practice, I'm like, I can't have a doll filled with cum in my bedroom.
It should be
if
practice
not
what we
even
preach,
a doll,
but...
just a fucking torso.
Right.
Even worse.
Even
worse. Sometimes take a fucking hacksaw too.
Yeah, wait, so that means it has like a whole back because it has the tits on the front, ass on the back, so it's got to be...
It's perfect.
Actually,
you guys
now that
don't
I'm
have the
thinking about
head
it, though,
there. You're
12 pounds is actually not that much if you're doing ass and tits. I feel like that's got to be pretty small, and then that feels like a whole different thing. Where you're
That's
fucking
weird,
like a little,
honest,y to have just like this thing.
If
that
you're
oh my
if you're
God.
talking about a butt and tits, I think if it's 12 pounds, that probably is like a 12-year-old.
Oh my!
Think about it. Think about what your ass and
Yes.
tits as a grown woman probably weigh. It's more than 12 pounds, right?
I'm trying. I'm gonna start seeing.
See, there's too much thinking.
I know there's
Like,
too
let me
much.
just
Too
use my
much.
hand and
Yeah,
the mind.
I know. And watch something.
Yeah, like, and especially with guys, like you get the poison out, and you're like, okay, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
So we don't need to do this whole fucking
Yeah, I know. It's a
dog
lot.
and pony show.
That's a
But I do
lot.
think if we like normalized it, guys would be like, yeah, I've got a rubber
What's the
this and a doll
craziest
that.
toy you think you've used with someone?
Oh wait, so we have two different things. So those are two different toys.
Okay.
So that
one's just an ass and one is a
like
whole
the fuck
thing.
me silly to go is just the ass.
Fuck Me Silly to Go is the funniest name I've ever heard.
I'll have a number one and a fuck me silly to go, please.
I'll have a
No
small
onions.
fry and Fuck Me Silly to Go.
That might be your next
Bro,
special name.
I'll
Fuck
tell
me
you-
silly to go.
I'll tell you, I've had a couple fuck me silly to goes in the day.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be fast, so that's it.